3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the pond. This is Twin Tadpole here with the Savage Poodle, Alex, and Sexy Lex here. Yeah.
Hey.
I'm
I
kidding.
don't go by that.
I was trying to come up with names on the fly, but I couldn't.
Mine was just Alex.
I was gonna call it.
Sexy Lex.
I've heard it a lot, but I don't go by it. You know?
Well, in Halo, your clan tag is sexy or something like that.
I changed it to King
Yeah, but it was
because
sexy.
my daughter was like, "Why does it say sexy?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm gonna change it right now."
Must have been one of those random preset ones.
I was like,
So that's where it came from.
I was just trying to make it funny.
What cool
Yeah.
tag do you want, Alex? Because I don't think I have a tag. I'm Twin Tadpole and he's Savage Poodle or Colonel Savage now.
I go by Late Night Lex.
Late Night Legs.
So I have different ones based on, like on my PlayStation, it's Jacrispy_Crisp, but it doesn't really matter.
Crispy Crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah, my stuff's Late Night Lex on like everything because I can literally only
Late
play
Night Legs.
late at night, so it's out. I know it's not as late for you guys, but it's 11 o'clock for me.
I don't know. I
so
like Sexy Legs. That works better.
whatever works for you, man.
Okay. It works better, but it does not float my boat.
We
Make that
are all,
clear.
we're coming out as Hanson fans. Fansons, if you will.
Fans.
Did somebody
all-
say mbop?
Yeah, dreaming about going to Jamaica.
This is actually
Ready,
where
boys?
we're,
On
we're
four.
not gonna
Smoking up
We're not
good
gonna
pot.
play D&D tonight. We're just gonna cover Hanson songs.
Do any of us actually know what song other than mbop?
No.
I
Nope.
couldn't name one. They had a Christmas album.
What? I did not actually know that. Oh no, Mike left.
Yeah, Mike,
Oh,
he's,
he's
like,
like-
Hanson, I'm out of here.
Guys. okay, we're ready.
Sorry,
we're ready.
DM.
We were just trying to plan our band practice real quick.
No, I was updating my Discord. I was updating
Oh,
my
that's
Discord.
good.
So am I
It
buying
has to
those
close
tickets to
Discord
Hanson
when
Fest?
it updates.
Mike, what's your opinion on Hanson?
I don't know. I always forget you record. I don't like being recorded, but
Oh, but you're so talented in your position as DM. It's got to be.
well, I'm glad I don't have my mic
Immortalized.
because I really don't want to show my face. That's why. So I'm glad I don't. So
That's fine, sir. Your voice
Yeah.
sounds pretty sexy, so that's fine.
I know you don't respect my wishes, but I mean it is what it is. Hold on, give me 1 second.
That's what it is when you play with me. Just wait till I come out with the edited sessions of the great story that we made. One day I'll be just like Servan and put out awesome material that sounds epic.
It's not that
One
great.
of these days, I'm
not-
gonna get
No,
paid
it's
to
pretty
be
high
in all
quality.
these shows. I'm a crossover character.
We're gonna have to start a Mighty 40s YouTube channel.
I'm gonna need an agent.
I want a sound effect for whenever I talk, whenever it ends, to be like one of those like 80s sitcoms things where it's like, oh, Lex. You know, like,
Burrow.
Just do something racist for me, like very Mexican
oh,
music after I say anything. A grita, throw grita in.
Crispy. He's so crispy that his house burned up.
Oh my god. Yes, it did. Too
oh
soon.
no.
Too
Oh,
soon.
I'm sorry, that sucks, man.
Well, my house didn't burn down or anything, but I am displaced from a fire right now. There was a fire in my house on Thanksgiving.
A small kitchen fire, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I'll
just a
show
couple
you-
days ago.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'll show you my oven. It's completely fucked. Yeah, look at how.
Say almost
Jack-
crispy.
Oh man.
Oh god, you can't see it very good.
Yeah, I can't really.
No, we
Sorry,
could.
man.
It gets the point across.
You get
Like,
the idea pretty
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
Did you try to deep fry the turkey in the oven?
Okay, I see that. Wow.
No, I guess the air fryer was on top of the oven and it just got so hot that it exploded. So I watched an air fryer melt the other day. That was kind of
Whoa.
cool.
So,
Cool.
was it the oven that
Hot.
exploded or the air fryer?
So the air fryer exploded and caught the oven on fire.
So are you gonna
So it
like?
That's a real thing that happens.
Are you
people.
gonna like file a claim to the like air fryer people that like you sold me an exploding appliance?
Yeah, right.
I guess we probably should. We tried to file our insurance claim, but because of Thanksgiving weekend, everything's closed. So I
Yeah.
put the emergency claim, but I have to wait till Monday to find anything out.
It'll be all right.
After you get the claim, you need to reach out to a public adjuster and have them assess it and determine if there's an additional claim. Because what'll happen is they're like the people who advocate for the insurance people, but you only do it after you've already gotten a claim because they get a percentage of whatever they get you. But when they do it after you've already submitted a claim, they only get a percentage of the difference that they get you.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why you always want to do it after. That's just like from me. Don't. I'm gonna ruin the public adjusting game here. I built out an entire system. I built out an entire system for this public adjusting company after Hurricane Michael destroyed like all of North Florida. Like I was literally I was sleeping in a hotel conference room in Panama City, like the day after the hurricane hit, trying to build out like all of this like fleet tracking software and like system software for this public adjusting company like on site because there was like no resources, there was no internet, there was like nothing, so we had to do everything in a very different way. But that's why I had to like be there. But I learned a lot about public adjusting, and like I didn't even know it existed prior to.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's always something to do, you know. Like doesn't
Yeah,
cost you anything
I
else
didn't even know
because
that
they
was
do
a
all the
thing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but
I'm gonna go
I'll
take
tell
a
you what.
piss.
Some people like got these claims for like $200,000 for their house after the hurricane destroyed it, and then the public adjusters would like come in and they would get them like 400,000.
Holy shit.
So yeah, so like the people were getting a whole lot more because the insurance companies, their whole point is to like not pay, you know,
Right.
like not pay you as much as they have to. So they don't tell you about all like the small things that go into it, you know. But like the public adjusters, they go through. So like with your oven, they'll be like, oh well, there's the oven, then there's the backsplash, then there's the electrical cord that goes to it, then there's getting a new GCFI thing in there. So they like itemize, they like knock everything down, and then they'll throw like zoning codes and all that stuff at them, and do all this, and then get you like so much more. Like I remember one guy he was literally he was like, oh, well, your bathroom, the ceiling fell down, so your toothpaste, that's $250, your toothbrush, that's another $5, like he was
Holy
like going
shit,
through literally
yeah.
everything that you wouldn't think of, and like so yeah, it was just crazy. So
Sorry for
there,
the clicking
if you get a good
buttons.
one.
Maybe cut that out of the stream.
No, that's
Oh,
awesome.
I'm so sorry.
If I'm gonna get
Oh,
that,
it's all legal. It's all legal. Everything I'm
public
telling you,
adjusters
nothing
are-
about it
sounds
is
like a great
illegal.
service, man. Sounds
Yeah.
like something the state already paid for that you should definitely use.
No, it's not
Yeah.
the state. No,
Oh, it's
these
not
are all
the
these
state.
are all private people. They're
So they're
private.
private.
Some of them can be real sleazy though, so that's
Oh, they
but
can-
that's
Oh,
because the
yeah.
thing
get
is
your
they'll
own
try
good
and
price.
like if they do it before, then they get like 20% of like that guy. If they'd done it, it would have been 20% of $400,000. So we'd have gotten like 80 grand from that, as a public adjuster.
Right.
But since they had already gone through and gotten a couple 100,000, he's only getting the 20% of the
Yeah.
additional 200,000. So
Plus, when the
he's getting a
insurance
whole lot less.
adjuster comes against a professional readjuster, then they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit! Now we gotta really think about our settlement." So,
Yep.
Yeah.
so they get a lot of money out of it.
Sorry, I'm back,
Maybe I
guys. Sorry
can-
about that.
Maybe I can buy a
Good.
house.
Yeah, I went to the kitchen to grab something, and then I noticed there was water, and I'm like,
Oh, good
but I
idea.
guess
I'm
I was
gonna get
gone the
another
last. I was gone for a few days, so there was a bunch of water on my floor. I was like, the hell came from?
Oh,
So
no.
I had to clean that. Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from. I cleaned it. I mean, nothing looks like it's leaking. So I don't know, but I have no idea where that water come from. I'm guessing it's maybe my refrigerator, but my refrigerator looks fine. So I was like, I don't know. Now I have to call them.
One time I texted my wife and I was like, babe, something's wrong. There's water going from the kitchen all the way into the garage, and then she like started texting me like freaking out, and all I did was I had lined up a bunch of the cases of water from the garage to the kitchen. It was funny.
That's mean.
I'll shut up now.
That I'm gonna say, if your wife slaps you slightly, I say that I
She
condone
did.
that.
Yeah.
Just to give her a heart attack,
Yeah.
like a lovely slap, not like a brutal slap, of course.
Oh, what if I'm into that?
Oh, then I mean, then
Hey.
I guess you're winning then either way. Oh, there's a bunch of feedback from somebody.
Bunch of
Yeah, some-
feedback. There's some
Yes.
clickety clacks on my keyboard and some kids in the background. That's for sure.
No, but I hear like I hear static. Like there's a lot of feedback from somebody's mic.
All right, so we'll all talk one at a time so you can determine what it is. This is Lex. Is it me?
No, it's not you.
Check, mic check. Check over here. 1 2 1 2.
No, it's not you.
Shit, is it? It's probably me.
Yeah, I hear some feedback from you. Yeah.
I'll try to mess with it. Sorry, I'm not in my normal space.
Oh no, you're fine. I just was hearing like massive static, so I couldn't hear anybody. I just heard static. Like, yeah, people were talking.
Oh.
I only hear static. that was
Right.
that was the issue. Not that the static was the issue. It's like the static is over, like it's overshadowing everybody's voice. It's like,
Oh, okay.
I actually think
Yeah.
it's gone now since you moved it. It might have been too close to something.
Yeah.
I moved my gain down a little bit. All right, I don't know if I'm picking
This
up.
is my
his
clickety
audio, I
clack
might
right
be-
now.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know.
you.
This is
Oh,
Steven. Are you getting
I think it's
static
actually
from
it's
me?
you. Actually, it is you. It's your. I don't know what it is. It's you. Yeah. It's your feedback. Actually, I don't know what is it coming from.
Maybe
You. It's always been you.
turn my volume down.
Okay, now I don't hear it. But that's weird.
Well, sometimes I type on the keyboard, and that's pretty loud. Because
Yeah,
I
but
bought the wrong
no,
kind of keyboard.
that's a
apparently.
different. That's a different noise though. It's a different noise. Like the feedback I'm hearing is like static from like the television, like that type of static.
Did it just
Yeah,
happen again?
No. It's gone now. It happened
Weird.
right when you started speaking, and now it's gone. I don't hear it anymore.
Maybe Discord is adjusting things. My microphone is it's like 10 years old, but it's still really good.
Yeah, it might be just dust. It might be dust because I know my speakers have that where they go in and out because they're so old. But like the dust, if it accumulates, it kind of like hits static, and then it kind of like turns off. It's like what the hell? So I have to clean it out, and then it starts working normally again. It's weird. I don't know how that works. I don't know the science behind it, but yeah, like it kind of like makes it static to where it's just like affects it a certain way. But anyways, so yeah, you guys are. I think you guys spent the night in one of the one of the inns. There's many inns here, but one of the inns, in this area, and in the coins, and you guys rested after your night of drinking and of course cage fighting. I think some people stayed in the Red Silk district, so I know the Tiefling did. I think he said something like that. So I mean, you stay there. I mean, there's definitely a couple brothels there, so you definitely can stay there.
Yeah, I definitely did do that.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
It's all coming back to me now.
But yeah, I mean, it's the next morning. I mean, depending what you guys tell
Coming
each other, if you're gonna go, excuse me, depending if you guys get together, if you guys told each other we're gonna want to meet up, or if you guys just do your own thing when you get up in the morning. I mean, but it's the morning time.
Well, I
So-
think Tarmin wakes up and he's like in the floor. He didn't quite make it to the room of wherever he's staying at. He just kind of like fell out on the floor of like the bar. Maybe he's like leaning next to like a hearth, and he wakes up and he opens his eyes, and I guess he looks in the room to see who all is around him. I'm not sure where everybody is.
Wait, where do you wake up? You said.
The bar that we were at the previous night.
Oh, well, there's no rooms in the bar. So UB's just like in the, I guess front of the bar if he's gonna fall asleep in the
Well-
streets.
Well, I'm assuming there's okay. Well, is there not like a bar at the inn?
No, not really. They're actually kind of separated. Most of them are just inns. They might have like a little place where they can let people drink, but it's not like an actual, like bar.
Because that'd
like
be
when they
madness.
serve and
Why would
stuff.
you want to sleep with a bunch of drunken, loud fools right below you?
Okay. Well, the Tarman
Yeah.
wakes up on the street.
Oh, okay. You wake
Yeah.
up in the street.
Hey,
Mm,
Bo is definitely on the street sleeping with them.
roll me percentile. Roll me percentile. Servan or Tarman. That's her name. Or your
uh,
character.
perception.
No, percentile. It says roll me flat. Says flat percentile.
What is that?
A
It's
D100.
It's D100. It's D100. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry if you haven't heard that before.
Yeah,
I have
I played many
not.
systems, so I
Just a
say
bunch
many
of noobs
different
around
words.
here.
I'm used to it as a percentile too. So
Yeah, but it's like it's D100. It's D100.
I knew it
36.
because it has a lot of zeros on it.
Well, if
36.
you're thinking,
As
It
I
makes
said,
sense
tell you
now,
this, it's
yeah.
definitely not bra size. I know that was a bad joke. Anyways,
Nice. Did you say you
Um,
don't like being recorded? You're natural.
Yeah. Jokester.
oh, did you roll? Or did you roll on roll 20 or did you roll on here? Where did you roll? Let me see.
36.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
rolled it in D&D Beyond. I can roll it on.
Yeah.
I'll roll
Well, I
in
mean, you can roll
Roll20 from
whatever
now on.
you're comfortable
Yeah.
with, but yeah, if you can roll in D20, if it's if it's easy for you to roll it, that'd be great, so that I can see it too.
Yeah, the large dice
Um,
I like to roll digitally, but my D20 I like to throw myself.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So, okay, you got 36.
Yeah, 36.
All right. So you wake up. I mean, you just assume, like you said, you get really drunk and you just fall asleep around the bar. So you're kind of like basically in the streets, kind of close to in the front entrance of the bar. I mean, there's people in the morning going in, into the bar themselves, morning drinkers. And there's people like walking about, people walking around the coins since it's early morning. Not as many people yet, but it's getting there. But oh shit. Hold on, let me see.
would there have been like a
Bo.
tavern, like literally, or an inn, like literally right next to the bar where they might be asleep on the floor?
Oh yeah. I mean, like, there's definitely a bar, and then there's an inn, and there's
Yeah.
a bar, and there's an inn. Like, I mean, usually it kind of goes like that in one section where there's a bar and there's an inn because the bars are pretty big to house people, and then the inns, everybody goes to inns to sleep, or that people just go in the inn and sleep.
It's like a gas station and a fast
Yeah.
food restaurant.
Yeah, basically.
Alright,
And then of course
Armin.
the red silk is different. Like where he is, it's a bunch of brothels and then bathhouse. Brothels, bathhouse, brothels, bathhouse. That's how it actually works.
I imagine Idris wouldn't have
Gotta
wanted
keep the
to
hookers clean.
sleep on the ground in the city. So he probably would have gotten literally gone to the inn right next door to the bar and maybe seen if he could request a room with a window where he could see them sleeping on the street just to make sure they didn't leave without him.
I'd like a view.
A room with a
Yeah.
view.
Oh, so you got the inn, right? You got one of the rooms in there yourself, right? To look outside
Yeah.
the street. Gotcha.
Yeah, if I would if I could have, I would have requested to have a
Roll
window that like
roll
you could
roll
see them.
d6 for me. Roll d6,
Alright.
Idris.
Hopefully you get the right room.
5.
5. Yeah. Like there's a guy. He's like, yeah, we have one room next to a window. Sure, you can have it. Like, I mean, he has to open. He has a vacant. Because like there's a couple people are here, but there's at least one next to the window side of the street, so you're able to get it.
Yeah, I would have Rusty kind of perch at the window while I was sleeping, so he'd be able to see them and keep watch in case they go to leave before I wake
So
up.
if we're gonna,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
if we're
Yeah.
gonna sleep,
And then
a drunk,
sorry, go ahead.
yes, a drunken Bo would like to make some actions before we all pass out. Being a druid, I would like to talk to local dogs and get some nice snuggle buddies to play with us while we fall asleep
That's
beside the
fucking
bar.
adorable.
I think
Wait, say it one more time. Sorry, I misheard you. The last thing you said.
I went to get a bunch of dogs, local dogs, and have some snuggle buddies to fall asleep with. I have a level 1 spell called Animal Friendship, but that's a beast. I don't really need that. I can do talk with animals, right? Where's my talk?
Yeah,
with
you can
animals?
talk with animals, but do you have persuasion? I mean, you're gonna use that spell, but you have to use
Yeah.
persuasion to see if they actually want to
Yeah.
be like. Because it's basically going to a person and be like, "Hey, what's up? You want to be my snuggle buddy?" Like, the fuck are you, man? Like it's gonna freak them out. They're like, "Who
Yeah.
are you?" And they're like, I mean, like if I never met
I'll be
you,
like,
you like came to me, you told me you want to snuggle with me, like, I
Come
mean, I'm
on, I'm
flattered.
a
I know,
druid.
I have a nice.
Come on.
It's like I have a nice beard and everything, but I don't know if I want to snuggle with you. It's
I'm
like,
a druid. Come on. Okay, let me roll
They're
persuasion.
also stray
yeah, but
animals. in
animals
the city.
are
They're like
still
hobos.
clever enough not to like just go with whatever somebody tells them to.
I hear you.
Yeah, and stray city dogs, I'm
it?
sure, are not as kind and calm as like
I
Should-
hope he gets a
woodland
nat
animals.
20.
Persuasion, right?
Yeah, persuasion. Yeah.
He's gonna wake up covered in rats.
I rolled
Yeah.
an 18 minus 1.
Okay, so yeah, you're good. You're good. You actually no, that's fine. Like you're able to get at least 5 dogs with you. Like they're all kind of scared or skittish a little bit because you freak them
Yeah.
out. Because a lot of dogs are not.
But
A lot, a
I'm
lot of these
big
stray
affable.
dogs. Like a lot of these stray dogs are not used to people being friendly. Like you're actually trying to be friendly with them, and pet them. A
I
lot of them
also
get kicked.
protect 'em.
Like you see them bruised. You see them bruised, kind of broken. Like you see them get beaten
Oh.
up. Like mostly they've been attacked during being. But it's because they're very ferocious too. Like 2 of them almost try to bite you, but
It's
you're able to
okay.
calm them down with like
It's
food
okay.
and stuff. You're able to give them food, and they're able to just relax.
I'm a positive
So you have
alpha figure.
like all of them kind of like sleep around you, and like one's like a black dog, one's brown, the other ones are like spotted, they're like black and white and like black white and brown. So you have all those around you. The biggest one is the brown dog, but besides that, all of them are just all kind of around you, just chilling because they think you're a safe haven now. They think that you're like, oh, okay, you're
Okay.
nice.
I like the big brown dog best. That's my big
Yeah,
buddy.
he's real fluffy. Like he's actually real fluffy. He has real fluffy hair, but a lot of his hair got kind of like you don't know if it got burned off or something else, but like some of his hair is off. Like it's not
Yeah.
set right. Like if he was taken care of, he would have a beautiful mane, but he doesn't. He has like it's all kind of messed up. But he still looks. He still looks like a nice dog.
I'll call you
In
Bear.
essence, if he was taken care of. Yeah.
You have a name.
But yeah,
You're
they
gonna
just
get worms.
Bear.
they sleep with you in the alleyway. They usually like sleep in the alleyway, so
I
you
sent
slept
them
in
to
the alleyway.
sleep with Tarman also. Keep him warm.
Oh,
'Cause obviously
I
this
think
inn is covered in like watery gutters, so you gotta have some warmth.
They like you too much that they don't actually go to him. They're like they look
Oh.
and then they're like, we don't know who the fuck that is. Kind of like look, and then they just stay there with you.
I
Armin's
don't
sitting
blame
back
you.
They-
with the small beer drinking, just like singing a song quietly,
Falling
slowly
asleep.
drifting off to sleep. Oh yeah, look at me.
Singing Bonnie Tyler.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
then he
basically
falls
you,
asleep. Yeah.
oh, I was gonna say sorry. You basically
Ah.
sleep in an alleyway with the dogs, Bo. Just to let you know.
Bo loves it.
Okay, so now that we found out what we did, what did you do, Alex? Where are you? What did you
Actually,
do?
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen to you, Tarman. But we'll go back to you first. We'll go back to you later. We'll go to Alex first.
Okay, because I just
Okay.
confused where everybody is.
I also found snuggle buddies, but I had to pay for mine.
How much did you pay? I'm curious.
Hang on, let me see how much money I have.
He pays consideration for his entertainment.
Yeah, I'm not trying to catch a disease.
Duh.
I don't even know how much money I have. Oh yeah, I do. I have 135. So let's say is there like a going rate? Do I know the going rate here?
Oh yeah, if you just have like a normal basically if you want if you want somebody to spend like some time, it's gonna cost you like this is a normal typical girl. It's gonna cost you maybe like coppers to silvers, most likely silvers. Most likely, it's gonna cost you some silver, like 10 silver or something like that, or maybe
Okay.
5, depending on the rate, like on the the basically on the skills and attractiveness, right, of the girl. But if you want something high class or something much more sophisticated or somebody that's much more exotic, that would be cost a lot more. That's gold. That's a lot more, and that can range depending
Okay.
on the person. Like there's a girl called Esmeralda, and she's a high elf, and everybody wants
Okay.
her all the time. But she's super expensive. Only like highborn people buy her. Thinking she's almost like 3,000 gold at pop.
Oh
basically.
shit! Whoa.
But
No,
she's worth
lower shelf.
every coin though, for sure.
I would have had to have tricked her into hanging out with me. I don't.
Well,
have
you
anywhere
you
near that
see
kind
her,
of money.
you see her in the district. Obviously, she wasn't in one of your brothels, but you saw her with
Yeah.
the other girls around the other brothel place, which much bigger, and then you saw some highborn. But you saw her, and she is beautiful. Like you never seen her beauty before. You're like, damn. You're like, I'm stunned. Like you're like, this woman's
Uh,
really beautiful.
you know, I got a good charisma. I'm gonna go try to hit on Esmeralda. Let's see. Let's see how it goes.
Well, she's around a bunch of highborns, so you might need.
Oh yeah, she's
Yeah,
not gonna want to be around me.
yeah. That's what I was, I
can
was
look
gonna
like
say.
a
Pays you,
highborn.
bro.
No,
You can
I
talk
can
yourself.
turn into other people.
Ooh, Prince Ali.
I will go to the most affordable brothel and get the.
He's like
If
unaffordable.
If Esmeralda is like top shelf, I'm going like mid shelf.
So, how much are you willing to pay? That's what I'm kind of curious. When you say Misha,
Let's say, is it a quality over quantity thing right now? Let's say I get a few for 15 gold. I'll spend 15.
oh, if
Let's
you
see
get
what
a
I can
few,
get
I
out
mean,
of
if you get a few, yeah, you can get 5 gold for each for 3. Yeah, you can
it.
get
Okay,
3
yeah.
for 5 gold.
I wanna wake up in the middle of this
Yeah.
square or whatever shape we make.
And what kind of preference do you have? Like the madam of the brothel asks you, what's your preference? Dwarf,
Let's see.
half orc, halfling, like
Work.
human, elf, like what's your preference?
Half ogre.
Let's.
Tiefling, Isomar,
Yeah.
Oh, an
Oh,
Asimar?
that one. Three of
Udine.
those.
You
I
say
want three
Udine?
He said
angels.
How about a
3.
3
fruity?
fallen angels.
A fruity?
Yeah, because I
What
look
else?
like a devil, so I want the angels.
She's all like, yeah, we can get that for that much gold. And she gets you. She looks at the isomars, and she's able to get you 3. One
Nice.
looks very human, so it's kind of hard to tell that she's actually isomar. Like the only thing you can tell is that she has very platinum hair. She almost looks
Okay.
like human though. The other ones, they look a little bit more distinctive. One has some like sigils or like tattoos on her, and the other one
Mhm.
has like bright like golden eyes. And they all like definitely take care of you for the night.
Nice. Well, no, they don't just take care of me. I reciprocate. Oz is a giver too.
All right, there you go. What's your charisma?
Uh, Modifier or just the number?
Your number actually.
16.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, you're able to like swoon them and be able to like perform any other actions with them pretty smoothly because they themselves are very beautiful, all 3 of them. So,
Yeah.
especially with the gold he paid. So, yeah, I mean, you guys have a good night for sure.
Sweet.
Like you have for the whole day, for 24 hours, you have a +1 to all your rolls
Ooh.
because you feel so like relaxed,
His
confident.
machismo is swelling.
Yeah. I walk out and my hair's darker than it was before. My
Yeah,
hair's
he's
not
like
white
walking
anymore.
all slow with swagger for no reason.
Yeah, they all give
Yeah.
you kisses before you leave. They enjoyed the night with you.
Nice. I'll be like, don't forget me, girls, and then I go out and to look for Tarmin.
Hookers are good for intelligence networks, also.
Yep.
Good to have connections, yeah.
All right, Tarmin, you rolled a 36, and you're sleeping in front of the bar because you were too drunk, you knocked out in front of the bar.
Well, I think
Oh.
now that I know that the bar and the inn are different, I think I went to leave the bar and I like maybe took a piss in the alleyway or something and decided it was a good place to go ahead and sit and fall asleep.
You fell asleep in your piss.
Not no, Carmen's better than that. He's right next to his piss.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Gotcha.
But not too far from Bo. I think Bo stayed at, or I think Tarmin hung out with Bo for most of the evening.
You were already drunk, so give me a percentile. Give me a percentile.
Another one?
Yeah, because this goes within my thing, so depending
Okay, let
what
me
you
roll
get,
it.
this goes with opposite and then changes everything. Okay, but
32.
you're in a different alleyway. You're not in the same alleyway as Bo. I mean, you think you were, but you weren't.
Yeah.
At the time, you wake up though, and you in front of you you see. Oh, hold on one second.
What is it? What could it be? A homeless mugger?
It's me and my 3 new girlfriends.
You have high charisma, but not that high.
Your charisma's so high that the hookers come find you when you're drunk in an alleyway to save you.
Yep.
We can sense your beauty from across the street.
I'm gonna have to join their party, guys.
Sorry, y'all. I'm joining a different campaign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's an anime right there.
We're
You're
gonna have, like, a
one
Leisure
guy and
Suit
then you
Larry
have a
campaign.
full female adventuring team.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Tarmin and the harem.
Tarman's Angels.
Oh god.
So yeah, in front of you, you see. Hold on one second. Sorry, I just got a message because it was my family. They were making sure I was here.
Real life first.
Armin
always.
sees something and he's rubbing his eyes. It's all blurry. He's trying to
It's like, what is that?
trying to
What
wake
is-
up from.
I can't
He's
see.
so drunk. Oh,
Got the
what-
water.
Piss
what
in your
night that was.
eyes.
Piss in your eye.
Fucking smell like piss, man.
Like, it
Oh,
stings
my
a little
beer's in
bit.
the street.
Oh.
Make sure I got all my belongings. Tarman still has a little flask at his side, or a little
Right. That's a good
mini
thing to
keg
do.
at his side, little that he carries around. That's all he cares about. Pulls out his little tankard, takes a drink.
Still have my drink.
Okay,
still have my
so you wake up. Sorry, okay, I'm free now. So you wake up, and when you wake up, you know the alleyway. You see in front of you, and it's a person in front of you as you kind of like adjust your eyes from a long night of drinking. In front of you, you see in front of you is a humanoid, right? At first, and he's sitting Indian style, and he's looking at you, and he's big. Like you could tell, like from his size, he's definitely obviously human, but not just a human. Once you able to get better vision from rubbing all the dust from your eyes and so forth,
piss.
you're able to notice that this guy's a half orc. And then from there, once you look at him, you notice that he wears some type of like different, like he definitely is wearing some type of like clothing, obviously to travel, but it looks like more what's the word I'm looking for?
Merchant?
No, it's much more loose, it's much more relaxed, it's much more it's from your mosaic tradition, from what you trained in. And you remember this guy slightly, a little bit, because you trained with him in the past, and he came from your own monastery.
Okay.
What's your monastery? What's your tradition again? I forgot.
I came from. It's the way of the four elements. I
Oh,
think.
4 elements. Okay, so yeah, that's your monastery, and like you could tell that he's wearing like kind of like robes, kind of similar to that. Not robes, sorry. Clothing of that. Very loose, very relaxed for traveling and so forth. And you can tell this half orc, and his name is Zil, and you recognize him.
Is that fucking Zil? Ah, my friend, it's been so long. It's good to see you. What brings you to Absalom? As I'm destined to piss off my fucking roof.
He looks at you very sternly, and he just goes,
I know it's been quite a long time since the monastery, and I know I don't quite live by those ways as strictly as I should, but hey, friend, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. And I try to walk up and give him a hug.
When you give him a hug, the only thing he says is like,
On the shoulders. He's bigger than, of course, obviously bigger. So, friend,
Yeah, he
Right
has
in his
huge
cock.
arms. He has huge arms.
faces.
And he's he the only thing he says like he just gives a kind of like a weird grunt to it, and he's just like,
He's mad.
and like he looks at you, he's like, so your ways have not changed, have they?
I don't think they will ever change, my friend. And I take a drink.
In an alley, waking up.
And he gets up, and like he's freaking tall, obviously, like you can tell that he's at least 6'5", and like he gets up and he's all like, looks at you, he's just like, and he has his arms folded, and he just looks at you, he's like, There's a lot of potential within you. Makes me sad to see you on the streets. You should come to
No.
me. You should come with me and meditate within the court of the gods.
I'm just, I'm not for all that. His name was Zil, right?
His name's Zil.
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 You know I'm not for all that. I have my way with my monastic tradition, and that is that I'm not about to go pray or no gods or no gods have ever served me any well. The only thing that's ever served me well is myself and my friends, and that's who I will praise. That's who I will meditate with.
And where do you think you get your strength from? The power within yourself.
From myself, from harnessing the key from within my body. That is what the monastery has taught me.
And where do you think that key comes from?
From the source within us innately.
And from there, where it's created, do you think?
Whether it be byproduct of some godliness or not, it is power that I control innately through my own divination, no one else's.
You're so articulate. You lose so much of your potential.
It's good to see you, Zil. Critical as always. Would you care for a drink?
No, I am good right now. But show me, what have you learned? As he goes into a fighting stance.
I think at this point, Tarman's demeanor changes entirely. His fun, happy-go-lucky, smile on his face turns to a stern look, real anime style. You see like the close-up of his eyes. He gets real intense.
Mortal Kombat.
And he throws out he doesn't throw out his beer. He chugs the rest of his beer, and he puts his cup back, and he gets into his fighting stance.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
So you have the first.
Halfling.
You have the first move. He's just in the stance. He's not doing anything. He's just waiting for you. Actually, it seems.
Tarman says, "Now the question is, are we doing this with hands, or can I use my steel?" And he's pointing to his short sword.
Show me what you have learned. All you need is with yourself.
He pulls out his short sword, and Tarman goes in for a short sword strike. He's gonna do
Shing.
That is 13 plus 5, 18.
18?
To hit.
Yeah, you definitely hit him. You hit him. You slash into him. And he tries to like dodge it, but he's able to get nicked by his chest a little bit. You see a little bit of blood.
6 damage.
Okay. You see a little blood dripping from him.
And then I get to do a bonus action unarmed strike.
Okay, go for it.
As my monk ability allows me to do so. That's a 10 plus 5 to hit, so 15 to hit.
15? It misses.
Yeah,
It misses him at 15. 15 misses.
Okay.
I want to see these rolls.
So the 18 you knit him with your short sword, but your punch, he's able to see it coming, he blocks it. But you see him bleeding from his chest from the knife. Or from the short sword, I mean. And he said
he looks a little quicker than that, Ozil.
And he looks at you, he's like, good. Show me more. And he still he doesn't pay attention to him that he's been wounded a little bit. He actually is waiting for you to keep attacking.
Can I roll insight to see if this is familiar behavior?
No. It's actually, I mean, go for it.
I mean, would I know, is this familiar behavior?
No, it's different.
I don't want to DM. I'm sorry.
When you guys trained, he was very different. He was learning just like you. He was understanding the traditions and so forth. But from since then, I mean, you always known him as being a very stern person. He's very stern and focused, and he's very disciplined. I mean, you were disciplined as well, but obviously your personality is different from his. But it seems like he was disciplined for another reason, like his own internal thing. But But besides that, like how he fights, when you fought him, you were able to kick his ass sometimes. He's able to kick your ass sometimes. I mean, you guys were kind of equals. You're like cool, but like, now like this just feels different. Like he's just different how he's he feels like as if he's one of the masters, like always asking questions, always trying to understand from his students. It seems, even though in the end the students actually learn from the masters, right? So it's kind of interesting. Like his demeanor is very different, but you haven't seen him for a long time. Like this guy, like, I mean, how old are you again?
I think like 45 or 50.
45. Yeah. So when you left the monastery, most likely you were maybe in your 20s or 30s. Like it's been like
Yeah.
several years. And this guy's older. I mean, he's a half orc, so he doesn't get to live that long. So he's at least most likely close to his 40s. But he looks very physically good. Like for his age, he looks amazing still. And obviously, besides being a half orc, but he just looks good. Doesn't look like any physicality has deteriorated. Because when he trained with you, he was most likely barely in his teens, like maybe barely 20 years old.
Okay, so but this behavior isn't like normal of him. I mean,
no, it's not normal.
He just seems
different.
Okay.
He just seems different.
I say, are you sure? Are you sure, Zill? You don't seem like your normal self.
I am myself, but I am more than
And
what I was before.
Before he can finish saying that, I go in for another attack with my short sword.
Oh, okay.
Nice
Go for
one.
it.
I'll roll roll 20 here.
That's him using what he's good at, just talking to get him that extra second.
6 plus 5, so 11.
11.
Hit. That doesn't hit, I'm sure.
No, it doesn't hit. And then when you attack, he's able to see it. He just dodges the short sword. It's like,
All right,
you could do better. I know you can.
I'll take my
Strike again.
unarmed strike as my additional.
Go for it.
It's 18 to hit.
18? Yeah, you hit. But right when you hit him, you hit into his chest. But right when you hit his chest, he grabs your arm, and he puts his hand right over your fist, and then you feel a funnel of like weird, like you definitely know the sense of it. It's ki, but it's a different type of ki. You never felt this type of energy before, and he pushes you off, and you kind of fly almost across the whole alleyway until you land on the other side, and you get pushed all the way across.
Can I say before I get blasted over, I do like an anime gasp?
Then you land in your own piss.
And yes, back in my own piss.
So you get blown away quite a bit, a little bit, and then you land on the ground. And of course, when you look at him, he smiles. And he's like, "It's good. I hope one day you learn more. If you want to meditate with me, I will be the ascendant at the ascendant court. I'll be there where the gods are. It's good to see you again." And he comes up to you and he lifts his hands. He extends his hand out to help you get up.
I grab his hand and I stand up and I say, "Thank you. Zell, I might be an asshole sometimes, but thanks for your hospitality. And I just may have to take you up at the ascent. What is it?
The ascendant court.
The ascendant court. Okay.
Yeah, that's where all like the religious shrines are and so forth.
Yeah. I'll certainly I might have to take you up on that offer. I just met a nice little group of friends. I may have to bring them along with me. You might remember an old buddy of mine. Actually, maybe not.
Unless you told them about him. I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I told you about my brother Ozzy. You might finally get to meet him.
Ah, yes, your brother. I remember.
Well,
either way, I'm not too much of a sour ass. Enjoy the next cup on me. And he gives you 2 gold, and he pats you on the back.
Support the habit.
And he leaves. He leaves actually. Yeah. After that, he walks off. But he knows you're not interested, so he starts walking off.
Thank you, old friend. I will have to meet with those that I'm here with now, but hopefully I get to see you again soon. And I wave him off.
So I got a question. Where did Kale sleep?
I'm guessing he slept in the inn. I don't think he's a brothel type of guy. Unless he is, then I guess he's
So
in the
he
brothel
probably
still.
probably went with Idris.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
He's
Kale.
on the other side of the 3 girls I was with.
Yeah. Kale overslept. That's why he's not in this one.
Actually, I do have a question to Asver. Yeah, that's your name. That's your Tiffling's name, right? Asver.
Osby.
Yeah,
Osver.
it's
Osver. Sorry, my
yeah.
bad. I don't know why I said
Yeah, no
Asver.
worries.
Osver. I'm
No
thinking
worries.
Alex and Osver. I'm putting it together. No, I'm saying Osver. Can you make can you make a percentile for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And also, when you spent the night with the ladies, did you tell them anything like about your adventures, about what you things you did and so forth, or were you just trying to flirt with them and just have a fun time?
I think I was just flirting. I don't think I told them about me.
Probably lied about a lot
I-
of stuff.
Oh yeah, here we go. Sorry, I've 29.
Okay, okay. Just wanted to know what you said and so forth. Okay, curious.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
I was just chatting them up instead of talking about me. I guess as a rogue, I probably wouldn't talk about myself too much.
About your adventures and stuff, try to make you sound okay. So you were just trying
Yeah.
to like listen to them, like tell me about yourself, ladies. Like, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then be like mysterious when they ask me about me. I'm like, oh, don't worry about that.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Awesome. All right. So, but yeah, all of you, what's it called? I was gonna say, yeah. So all of you wake up, and that's what happened to you guys. Oh, except Idris. I'm sorry, I missed you. My apologies. You wake up by Rusty. Rusty kind of like nudges you a little bit and tells you that like basically tells you everybody's awake. He kind of points at the window. He's like making noises like. He's like showing you out the window that they're all awake.
Oh, yeah, we must go. Yes, yes. And I get myself ready and kind of go out as quickly as I
Yeah.
can.
He wags
Oh.
his tail. He's like, he's waiting for you. Like, hurry up, man. Why are you so slow? He's a feisty dog or feisty fox. He's a feisty fox.
Yeah, so I'll get ready as quickly as I can, and I'll run down and meet up with them, with the other person. That's I forget the name.
Yeah, once you start heading out, one of the wenches, they're like, "Don't you want breakfast?" Oh, okay, he's gone.
No bagels and eggs.
Yeah, they give a stew for breakfast if you want stew. Since you're
That's
a
cool,
person
stew.
that stayed there. Yeah, so you can go or you can eat stew. It's up to you.
I would go. Well, we'll grab something on the road.
Meat
Gotcha.
pies. Meat pies.
Get a
on the
breakfast
road.
burrito.
These are the first friends I've made in a long time, so I'm trying to keep up with them, and not lose them.
What?
I don't know anyone else in this city. We just got here.
One of
So,
them still puts
so
it
when you
back
head
to
out, you completely ignore the wench, and she's all like, oh, "Okay," I was like, "I guess we'll get to see somebody else." So you like head out the inn, and right when Tarman, when you get out of the alleyway, from your encounter with Zill, you see Idris come out of the inn, and you guys kind of like lock eyes and see each other. So you're like, "Oh snap, it's you
Yeah,
from
Bo
last
is,
night."
Bo is
Sniffing
sitting on
his
the side of the
armpit.
road too.
He looks up.
Yeah, Bo, you see them too as well as you walk out with the dogs. All of you. Yeah.
Yeah, Bo is like chilling with the dogs. He's like cleaning his nails with a knife and like shaving his cheeks a little bit with his knife.
Armin walks up and like, "Hey, I guess we can call each other friends. Good morning, friends.
Hi, good morning. Good to see you guys again.
Yes.
Hey, I was mighty drunk last night. I don't quite remember anything past the bar. I woke up in the alleyway. So some questions are best left unanswered, but I'm really curious as to where my brother is. I haven't seen him in quite some time, and now he's no longer here. So,
He went down the road, the building with all the ladies.
Tell me if he leaves that other one, Leo.
Oz,
Oh my
always
god,
the
how
lady.
did y'all leave?
Yeah, I
Oh,
found
I'm gonna
dogs.
die.
I stayed.
I think he knew
hang
exactly
on.
where he was going because when he left, he had a very big smile on his face. So
Yeah, it's a BRB.
I'm walking down the road back to where I think everyone still is.
You're like heading back to the bar. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
I see
so
him.
while you guys, all three of you guys are talking, you see Osvir. Osvir's kind of like walking down the road. he has a smile on his face. He's like, man, today's a great day. As he walks towards you guys.
Your horns must have been burning.
Hey, Ozzy. Yesterday was
You
a
could
great
say
day,
that.
wasn't it?
It was a great day, Bo. Yeah, it was a great night too.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
now you need to look out for the other horn burning.
Oh, trust me, I stopped over at the bathhouse next door, and I think we're in the clear.
Because it was literally next door. They were very busy with lots of
Oh,
dirty
you-
hookers.
Actually, also you notice, Osvir, you notice besides the brothels in the bathhouse are like the cleanest place in the coins. Like any other place besides the inns and the bars and all these other shops, you notice that the red
Yeah.
silk district is like the cleanest. Like it's so clean because
Okay.
the brothels themselves and the bathhouse people go in and out, obviously taking baths themselves. Like they take care of that stuff real well.
Plus
They
had,
literally
like,
have
healers
they-
with like remove curse. And stuff like
well,
that.
I mean, not just healers, but they also have wizards taking care of and cleaning stuff.
Oh, that's not.
so-
That doesn't look good, dearie. Bloop. Okay,
Yep.
well that's good.
So like,
I've had
it's a
the
very clean
magical
place.
clap a few
Yeah.
times, and I know how to get that taken
Yeah.
care of down here.
You know how you take care of the clap? A little clap.
So yeah,
A
but that,
little bit of
Oh,
gold
it's
to give you
terrible.
all the help you needed.
just to let you know, just to get a view of it, you're like, man, this place is very nice. It's very, very pristine.
Terrible. Terrible. So we're all on the road and so breakfast, anybody hungry? There's places to buy food, right? And he like starts digging gold coins out of his boot.
The-
Yes, there's plenty of place. Oh, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say the inn mentioned stew as I was leaving, so I don't. If you wanted to go in and
Mhm.
grab.
Works for me.
Bo walks away into and I'm looking for stew.
I let him lead. I'm right behind him, just letting him be in charge.
Bo walks into the bar and just like looks at everybody in the bar.
Oh, you're looking for stew? Yeah, like if you go into bars,
I'm
any of the
looking for
bars,
stew.
like if you go in the bars to say like we serve only alcohol. If you want to get some stew, you might have to go to the inns. They might have some stew for you. Some
Yeah,
of them
I'd-
do, some of them don't.
I mentioned the one
I
I,
don't
just
know
left.
the difference.
Mentioned stew, so we could just go back into
Bo
there.
probably walked into a bar, honestly.
No, oh,
Stew.
it's this
Oh.
building, not that
Sign,
building.
sign of alcoholic. Now,
You gotta Sorry, I don't know what these symbols in the city mean. They're not druid symbols, so you know.
Well, they kind of are. If you look at that sign right there, that moon symbol, you're familiar with the moon. That actually indicates nighttime. So that's the inn. That's where we sleep. Because the moon
'cause the
is
moon.
associated with rest and nighttime and all that, and it wouldn't necessarily
Yes.
be the symbol for a bar.
Because you
Yeah.
guys don't hunt during the night.
Correct.
No, that's further down, and I'll point at the sign of the hands gripping the two moons.
Did we
That's where you go to hunt at night.
did we regroup already? Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it a hunt though. It's more
But that's for a different
fishing in a
kind of
barrel.
game. Yeah.
Fishing in
You
a
have to
barrel.
pay for this kind of a hunt.
Pay for hunt.
I'm not good at like
Hmm.
Ryan is phenomenal.
Bo
at
suddenly
keeping,
possibly considers ways to earn money in the city.
he can like create conversation and like
Bo's
story go.
journey to becoming a prostitute.
He can, like,
No, because you said pay to hunt, not your kind of hunt, but
You
mean- people.
You mean I can sell my body for money?
No, people hunted me. That's what got me here. I got too close, too curious. I should have stayed deeper in the woods.
So about that stew.
So where are we? We're all grouped up, and the red light district or whatever.
No,
No, he
It's
came
the
to
edge
us.
of the
You're-
red light district.
I walked down to you guys.
Yeah, you're not
Okay.
in the Red Silk. The Red Silk district's down, way down the streets. Like it's on the opposite
Oh
streets.
no, I need another beer already.
You're in the area where a bunch of the bars and inns are. It's called basically the Drunkard Plaza, basically. That's what they made the joke of it. It's actually not called that. It's just called the Festive Plaza, but they call it the Drunkard Plaza. A lot of people just call it that because everybody drinks here.
Past few years, it's going downhill.
But the inn, yeah, the inn that it just came out. They're serving stew. So you guys, if they have enough stew, they only make so much for their people that stay there. But if they have enough stew, you could pay. You know, if you didn't stay there, you could pay like maybe like a couple copper or silver to get stew, some stew and some bread and so forth if you wanted some breakfast.
Yeah,
I guess, yeah.
everybody does. And then we talk about stuff.
About what to do next. Harmon says, I could really use some stew.
Yes, stew.
Yeah, it only costs us about like five copper, and you guys get like a good hearty stew. It's just, I mean, obviously it's just soup with like a bunch of vegetables, like some potatoes, some carrots, and that's mainly it, and so forth. So
Sounds
yeah, and then
fucking
they give
awesome.
some bread. Yeah,
And some bread. Oh jeez.
yeah, they
Oh,
give
yeah.
a little bit of bread. They had some bread left, so they gave you the leftovers.
Bo is like eating the stew, but leaving the bowl on the table and putting his face super close to the bowl, and like kind of slurping and spooning food into his face.
Yeah, one of the people that works there, they look kind of weird. They're like, "What the hell?" And they're like, "Okay, whatever." That's it.
Harmon is
That's how
like,
he eats. That's how he eats.
Don't get paid enough to worry about it. Like,
Harmon is eating like oddly carefully, like really out of character, real carefully, or just real one little sip at a time. Just enjoying the soup.
All right. So I'm gonna go back to what Bo said, or I guess Steve said also, because you were talking about like what can I do to get some work around here? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Like you
Bo-
guys remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bo was considering selling. So can you tell me anything more about people paying to go on hunting trips? Because
Well, I was
I
gonna.
hunt all the time.
Well, I was gonna I was gonna give you some information on that because you guys mostly have forgotten last session. It's been a while that you guys know about adventurers come here. Adventurers come here, and like they go to the foreign quarter because that's a lot of where the guilds are. There's a bunch of guilds to do certain type of like missions or some type of request from people that need help, and usually they post it. They post it in their boards where they have lists of like different things that adventurers can do for hire, basically hiring adventurers. So you know that this area in the foreign quarter can hire a lot of like adventurers if you're looking for work as a group. So yeah. So you guys do remember that from last night because one of the people in the fighting cage told you about that.
Oh, I have a good question about that. We won a pot of gold.
Yeah.
What was it again? You said it was 470.
Yeah, it was just double what you put in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we're just splitting that.
So basically like you put in 235 all together. Basically you're getting another 235 basically. So it's like 470.
I remember
So
last time.
you split it
put in
among each other. You split it among each other.
Yeah, and we put in our session chat last time how much. We
Yeah,
put,
it's
so.
in the session
Yeah.
chat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, session chat's a good place to have pulled up.
Okay, yeah, 50 gold, 50 gold, 50.
But I was gonna say, I remember last time we had discussions about the state of the city because we were in that particular district where everybody was selling themselves, and there was like we had concerns about who was it?
No, I think we determined that it wasn't as known and big as we thought it was.
Oh,
yeah.
Because we thought it was bigger than it was, and then when he came back, he said, "No, there's not any outward like
Yeah, we
slavery."
fucking
and,
built
It
all
did
this
start
shit.
spiraling, and we made
Yeah.
it a little bit crazier than it
Yeah.
actually was.
Because
He
we had
left
like
us
made
alone
a
for
plan, and we're
10
like, "This is what
minutes.
we're doing," and then he was like, "No."
he came back and we were talking about overthrowing the major players in the
Yeah.
city.
I'm still.
We're like,
Bo
the
is still
orphanage
down for
system
that.
is going down, and then we were like, who's gonna take care of the orphans? And he's like, what orphans? And then he goes, he just goes.
I was like, so if I remember correctly,
You were
there's
drunk.
no slavery in this town, right?
No, there is, but it's what's it called?
Black
It's
market,
it's
low
regulated.
profile.
No, it's regulated.
Oh.
It's regulated. It's like heavily
Yeah.
regulated.
Yeah.
I mean, there's good here and there's bad here, obviously, but it's heavily regulated. It's very much a neutral city. It's very neutral city. It's very unbiased. It tries to keep the laws very like by the laws. If you break it, you get punished heavily. Like follow the laws. Don't have your good versus evil fighting on our streets, or we're gonna kick you out of the fucking city, basically. You know,
So
like if there's an evil god and there's a like if there's a cleric of evil god and there's a cleric of a good guy and they just want to start fucking like a crusade against each other right on the streets, the guards are gonna come in like get the fuck out of here. We don't want this shit, and they kick you
yeah,
out.
Bo will kind of bring that up again. Like,
But they're very neutral. They're very neutral. They're like they try to keep things by the law.
so everybody's just okay with that kind of slavery. I don't know if Bo knows that word, but I'm sure he does. That kind of restraint. Nope.
Tarmin just kind of laughs a little bit. He's just, I'm sorry, friend. There is nothing we can do to rid the city of the slavery. I mean, one slave, maybe two slave, maybe, but there are thousands that are unseen that will take hours and so much manpower to overthrow. It is a sad sight indeed, but maybe a little hard to save them all.
It's strange that so many would do so much and get so little. Especially in a place that seems like it has so much. Hmm. That's what I came here to do. I came to see and to change because it has been too long since the wildflower has grown through these different paths of soil here.
Well, if there's one thing I know about this city, I kind of gesture out the nearest window to the big, beautiful city of
guys-
Absalom.
All right, wait, no, you guys are in an inn, right? Or are you guys out on the streets?
We're eating breakfast.
I
eating
thought we were
stew.
eating, right?
Okay, you're still eating. Okay, I
Yeah.
just want to make sure. Gotcha.
If there's anything I know about this big old city, is that there are many avenues for a lot of change. But in order to enact change, you have to have power. And one of the best places to start is the foreign quarter. I know there are guilds that are always looking for work, and the guilds often lead to a higher ladder that leads into the rest of the city's social network. So maybe it's the best place to start for some kind of change.
Hmm.
Do y'all want to go to the foreign quarter and find a guild and go do some quests?
Yes.
Yes, only if it serves the cause of nature and its wild freedom, which I hear and I could smell that Oz has been very familiar with wild freedom.
I'm just drinking my stew real quietly.
A man only
Say it
smells
just-
that clean after getting very dirty. I know this.
I mean, if you want to get clean, you can go to the bathhouse to get clean. Only cop is like a couple of copper to like and so forth. So yeah.
Bo's like,
I did have
I
a
only
roll in the
smell like a
hay. Speaking of nature,
roll in the hay.
well,
haha.
you can if you want to smell like more men, you can go over there. There's men too.
You can smell like a man no matter if you're clean or dirty. Sorry, I just have to say that as an actual person. Sorry, this is me. This is super funny.
That was good.
But I understand what he meant because he's a druid. I mean, he lives in nature.
Yeah.
He smells like man compared to bear or wolf or porcupine. I
Or
smell like
a
a
pack
man.
of dogs.
I smell a little bit like of dogs now, but that makes me friendlier.
So, so you guys start heading from the coins to the foreign quarter. Is that correct, or do you guys do something else? But you can do shopping here. There's a bunch of merchant shops here too. I just want to know which way you're gonna go.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think we're heading to the foreign quarter.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Foreign
Bo.
quarter is covered up by a picture right now.
Oh yeah. Let me move that a little bit.
That was
Take it
the
away.
tavern where the arena was.
Yeah. So let me.
In the foreign quarter?
No, in the coins.
Oh.
No, you're just saying it was covering it.
Yeah.
So I took it away. So could you roll percentile for me, Bo? That's a D100.
Roll D100. Hang on, I'm trying to get the foreign quarter in view. That's a cool town. It's got a big dome in the middle of it. Are you kidding me?
Oh snap! Okay, so where are you guys going from the coins, the coins and to the foreign quarter? I mean, you're walking for a little while, and to the point that you bump into, as you notice, you guys all can make a perception. Actually, no, he rolled a 2. Before you even make a perception, you're like, "You, there he is! Get him, boys!" And you see the armed guards as like 3 guys come out, and you see the big hefty guy. He's like real big and hefty. You know him. You know, nice jewelry and everything. He has like a weird, long, like kind of like blonde hair, nice like royal coat,
Uh-oh.
kind of. And he walks, you know, kind of like a penguin a little bit as he walks towards you with his like 3 armed guards as he like they take out their long swords. He's like, "Come back to me. You're mine, Bo." He's
No.
like that.
Bo has got a wild shape into a very fast animal. Hang on while I pull up the 5th edition CR1
Okay.
animals. I think I can transform into at least a cheetah.
I'm gonna turn into Esmeralda
No.
and seduce everybody into leaving you
Okay.
alone.
So I can see
I think Tarman was telling some bullshit story about some lady he tried to get with that lived in the neighborhood, and it was distracting everyone. That's why he bumped into this guy.
Okay, so as soon as that happens, you guys can see Bo. He stops and like his eyes light up big and wide, and he starts breathing really heavily, just like I mimed in case y'all didn't notice. Breathing heavily through his nose, and then he starts backing up, and then he suddenly disappears, and in his place starts spreading out in all directions a swarm of tiny insects, and in his case, it's going to be grasshoppers. So a big swarm of grasshoppers just start flying out, and so I'm now a swarm of insects.
Holy shit!
And so hey, I guess I flee to the side of a building. Let's see what's my movement speed. 20 feet
Armin,
with a climb of
what
20
the
feet.
Fuck!
It's just like swatting grasshoppers away.
Ah!
The nuns were right about the plague.
Should have stayed at the monastery.
That's one of the smallest things I can find, but it's not CR1. It's CR like 0.5. But I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. I only have a speed of 20 feet.
So are you like one of them or you're all of them?
I'm all of them. You just see like his
Holy
whole body,
shit.
like his whole body starts wriggling and then turns gray-green, and then it just explodes into a bunch of grasshoppers that move 20 feet away.
Gnarly.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm just trying to run.
The
flight.
three of us are just like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm snapping out of it.
Hopefully, we have Kale in this fight.
No, Kale slept in at the end.
No.
He slept in meditating.
What happens?
I'd probably be closer to the back. Why is Johnny Depp in this fight? Was that Johnny Depp?
Yeah, it is. It's a token of an old friend, so I'm using him as the royal guy. Yeah, I don't have another one.
Oh, I'm
I have a bunch
furious
of them,
now.
but it's like, that's even more funny. But yeah, okay. So you turn into a swarm of frogs. You said,
No, a swarm of grasshoppers.
oh,
That looks
grasshoppers.
like Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Armor
Okay.
class 12, hit points 22, speed of 20 feet.
Okay, so what do you? I mean, you turn into them, and he looks and he's all like, whatever he is. I mean, he is a, animal. Get him. He's like that as he looks at you because he knows you're still the swarm of grasshoppers. As the his guards go forward.
Can't lock me up if you can't grab me.
What do you do on your turn? Bo?
Back up 20 feet.
Oh, you go 20 feet. Okay, that's your turn. Okay,
But,
gotcha.
actually, maybe I'll go behind this building over here. Hang on, let me move my character sheet.
You want us to roll initiative?
No, you don't have to roll
5,
initiative. You guys can go right after him. All of you
20.
guys can go after him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm running.
That is fucked up.
I don't want to get caught up with these fools. Fight or flight? I choose flight.
Flight of whiskey. Okay, so who's next?
Yeah, we'll start with Tarmin, and then Idris, and then we'll do Oz after.
Are these guys like decked out in armor? Do they look really super dangerous?
They look like
do
they're
they-
wearing chainmail. Yeah,
So it looks like we can handle them. Can I,
I mean,
can I size them up?
you might be able to handle them. Yeah, but they're wearing chainmail. They have long swords out.
I want to call out to the guy first and say, "You have no idea who you're looking for, friend, but there's no one here but us four." And there was a fucking crowd of crickets that just came by, and I point back at the wild man. I was like, "We want no trouble from you, sir. Why don't you call off your little guards, your little little servant men?"
All right. Do you do anything else? You used to say that.
I guess. Yeah, I will ready an action.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. What do you do, Idris?
I'm interested to just gonna kind of hold back and not say anything in this situation. But he will, with fear of any retaliation from them. If any of the guards do, or the men in chainmail, I forget if you said they were guards exactly, but they were. I would ready an action, so I'd kind of just like have my hand over my pistol, just ready to kind of like quick draw it and shoot anyone if they become hosile.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, my hand is definitely on my sword.
Okay, gotcha. And what about you, Osvir?
I'm gonna do the same as Idris. I'll have my hand on my rapier ready to go, but otherwise I'm not gonna say or do anything. Just see
Gotcha.
what happens next with these guys.
Okay, gotcha. So you guys have yourself ready. The guards, I mean, they're in chainmail. They're pretty good equipped. They have their long swords out. I'm getting feedback. I don't know where from though.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Maybe a
they have their long swords out. They're ready. Like they look like they're ready to attack you, but then they stop. Because you hear the guy. He kind of bellows like, "Stop! Stop!" He's like, "Not yet." He's like, "Tell me, where do you go? I know he changed himself. Where is he? Beyond that building? Come on, Bo. You're mine. You belong to me.
Hmm.
Forget. It's like he looks at you. He's like, you three, get out of here. It's none of your concern. I'll let you go, and I will not harm you. You just let me have Bo back. And that's what he says.
Okay, so Harmon wants to say, sure, thank you for letting me go. I will gladly get out of your way. And I want to come over. Can't move my guy. Here we go. I come over here to the side of the building, and I'm naturally stealthy because I am a halfling. Can I duck in and hide along the side of this building? Just kind of get out of sight, but stay
they're-
close enough.
They're actually looking at you, so like you can't really stealth per se. I would say it's kind of like not per se combat, but like you're literally like in their view. So like them just like, hey, I'm just gonna go this alleyway, and then you're just gonna duck and cover. I don't know. They're kind of paying attention to you. They're not like leaving. They're not leaving your sight basically. Like unless you're like moving away like almost a mile, then they're like not gonna pay attention to you. But they're like looking at you. They're like looking at you for several feet.
Oh,
So
fuck it.
yeah.
Especially when you walk right by them.
We'll say Oz. You know Tarman too well, and he's starting to pull his fucking short sword out. He's fucking getting ready to say fuck it, and about to whip it, just cut these guys down. So I don't know. He Tarman looks over to you for reassurance.
Can can Oz like meet the glance and like nod and then like point behind the guards and the I guess Bo's owner and cast minor illusion?
Minor illusion on what? What is that?
So it says I create a sound or image of an object within range. The range is 30 feet. That lasts for the duration, which is a minute. The illusion ends if I dismiss it as an action or cast a spell again. I was gonna create Bo and just make it look like he's running away or like he slipped behind a building. Like as soon as they look over there, he's slipping behind a building. Enough to where they can see like, oh hey, he went that way.
Does it get a will save? Did he get a will save or anything?
It says if they use their action to examine, they can determine it is an illusion with an investigation check against my DC. And the DC is
You could do an illusion by this building over here.
I don't know where my spell DC is.
Isn't it like just a simple still illusion though? It would have to be like a picture of me just standing there.
I think your spell save DC is your wisdom plus your spell casting. Fuck, what is it?
No, it can be movement. It just says like if somebody else walked through it, they'd be able to tell that it was an illusion.
Gotcha.
not
How,
sure
how
what
far
my-
can he? How far can you do? Only 30 feet.
30 feet, yeah. So I would just point wherever 30 feet in the best direction
I'm
would
already
be.
measuring
But I just
30
kind of
feet,
want
but
it to be.
You gotta make a ping or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna let you know off the bat. If you do it right in the opening, that's gonna be kind of weird because they're coming from that direction.
Yeah, shit. Mm,
If you have the pointer, you could just hold down the button and ping a spot like that.
Behind
Yeah,
a barrel or
it's,
something kind of makes sense because then they'll see they didn't expect him hiding there or something. But
it's not draw shape, right? Which one of the tools is it to do the thing?
hold your cursor where you want to go, like that.
Just hold it down.
Okay.
You hold it down.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I'll like slowly be making my way over here and I'll move to right there and then I'll just like point uh shit, I can't really point behind them because they will have seen it.
This is 30 feet
Can
over
I
here.
just Yeah, can I do it like right there where
This
he
is
just
this
pointed
has a
over?
wall. This has a wall.
Oh,
Like this
okay.
is a wall.
Okay, it's a
So
wall.
they're not gonna see it.
Fuck, okay.
Yeah, this is like a stable. That's a stable you're pointing at.
Well, could I is there a roof above the wall or is it like a fence?
It's a fence. It's a fence. This right here is a fence. Yeah.
Right. So could I do it to where it like it's the top of his head, like to where it just looks like he just hopped the fence? Is
Sure. Why
that some
not?
bullshittery? Like, okay, I know it's a little like
Sure. Why
you know.
not?
There he
I'll be like,
is.
hey, is that who you're looking for? And I'll have to look and see what my spell save DC is. I'm not sure.
Okay. While you do that, Idris, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna say to the main person there, the owner or however, I'm gonna say, did you say Mo? Mo is who
Oh,
you're looking for?
Idris.
So when you say that, he's like, no, 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 no. I said Bo. Bo. You know what I'm talking about. That animal, that hairy man, that
Joe?
insolent, that scoundrel, that he's lower than dirt. He's nothing. He's just an animal to fight. That
Are
man. You know, the one you stole from me.
I don't. I'm not familiar with a bow or a theft of the person. Are you? Is he being arrested?
No, I'm getting him back. I own him.
Oh, you own. Oh, how much did you pay for him?
That doesn't concern you.
Oh no, I was just curious. I'm not familiar with this town. This is my first time in this very large city. I was unaware
I
of.
didn't buy him here. I bought him over in the southern areas and other countries. It doesn't concern. It says give it back to me and don't worry
Wait,
about it. We'll all forget about
who's
this.
who stole him? I saw you walking off with him with his chain in the middle of the city the other day. I saw you walking with him.
Oh, did you do your illusion? Did you do your illusion?
Oh yeah, I did it. Well, because like
What's
this
your
is the
D-
guy I turned into the other day. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, that's the
I'm
owner.
supposed to be looking.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
supposed to look at DC.
Yeah, my bad. um,
Look, there he goes. Over the wall.
it's 8 plus proficiency.
I hope it's
Can't
not like a
remember.
repeating image where it just shows him on replay, hopping over the fence over and over.
No, I just did it once. It's intelligence for a rogue. Okay. Let me tell you what I is. Okay, fuck.
I'm gonna get a beer.
I think it's like an 8. Honestly, it's not very high.
Okay. Well, he definitely notices it, and the guards notices like, oh, so he's over there, sir. And like the owner is like, looks at it, he's like, wait, they're using magic. Don't pay attention to that. And how would you know that you saw me with him with the chain? Were you stalking me? Or were you the one
No,
that did something about it?
I was on the boat
You were
that
the one that
you
stole him?
had him on. I didn't steal him. I haven't. I don't even know who Joe is. Or Mo, whatever you said his name was. I don't know who that is.
And he looks at them. He's all like, he looks at his guards, and his guards are just looking, and they're like, "What do we do?" They're like thinking, and he's just like, and the guy, the owner, I mean, he's all like, he kind of like frustrated. He's just like, ugh, ugh. He's like, because he doesn't want to fight people with magic. You can tell, and he's just like, I want my. He's like, he's thinking, he's just like, and then suddenly behind you guys, and behind them, you see a bunch of guards, but they're not guards of him. There's different guards. Their guards are wearing like a blue tabard, and there's like a platoon of them, like 12 behind them and 12 behind you, and they're like, "What's going on?" As one of the guys from the platoon talks, and the guy, the big guy, he's like, "Oh, they stole something they stole my property." And it's like, do you have proof? Like, he looks at you, like he looks at the guy. He's like, "Yes, he's over there." And when they talk, they're talking, you see above you, you see two wizards come out of visibility, and they snap their fingers, and Bo, you turn back to yourself.
Oh no.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
And one of the wizards like, yeah, the guy's over here. We just been watching. They've just been talking a lot of shit towards each other. And it's like the wizard above, like talking, and the guards like, okay. It's like, whoever's behind the house, can you come out? What do you do, Bo? They're asking you to come out.
I find myself scared against the wall, and yikes.
You see the wizard kind of fly down, and he's just like, you should just, go to the street. I mean, we're gonna figure this out anyways. Just go to your friends. As he's
Okay,
just like hovering above you.
you are strange people here. How can I be his property? I don't know.
Doesn't concern us. We're just following the law. We'll figure this out, the situation soon. So as you go forward, the guy, the big, your owner, he looks at them and he's all like, yes, that's him. He's mine. And the guard's talking to him. He's like, well, do you have any type of evidence? Do you have papers or anything? He's like, I do. And he takes out his papers. He has like 5 papers and he gives it to the guard. And he's like, okay. It's like, yeah, I mean, he belongs to you. It seems the description, matches and so forth.
There's like wizards and shit watching us, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
above you.
no fuckery I can do.
Yeah. And so he looks at him so like, it's like, well, why is he not with you anymore? What happened? And then like the big guy's just like, all frustrated. He's like, well, they stole it from him. It's like, do you have proof of that? And he's like, no. Do you have proof that he just ran away? And he's like, maybe, I don't know. He's like trying to like, he doesn't know exactly. He's just assuming stuff. As I like, I mean, it seems like he, maybe they bought him. He's like, no, it's the papers. I own him still. As I like, it's like, well, it seems like worth him. How much did he pay for him? As they look at you guys, look at 3 of you. I mean, not 3 of you, all 4 of you. Sorry, all 4 of you.
We actually won him in an arm wrestling contest last night.
Make a will save. You
What is that?
will save. Oh, sorry, wisdom save. Wisdom save. I'm sorry.
Save.
I know
Okay,
we keep
sorry.
saying what's. I'm thinking Pathfinder. Wisdom save. I know singular attributes.
Wisdom save. Sorry, my thing's loading.
You're good.
Okay, +1. 14. Oh, I get another +1, right? Because of my brothel visit.
Yeah,
15.
15. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like you're able to. You feel like you're feeling something, but it kind of like if you feel something through you, like kind of go through your body a little bit. And when the wizard's like, he's lying.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
and the guy and the guard's like, okay, can you tell me exactly where you got him?
I just shoot the finger at the wizard and I don't say anything else.
It's like, we need to know the answers, or we're just gonna arrest you right now. Please answer the question. Tiefling. Or whichever name you call yourself.
That name is fine for now. I didn't say I owned him. I was making a joke and it didn't land.
Nobody owns me. I belong
yes
to the nature.
Actually, in who is to say who actually owns any of us?
That man kept me in cage wrongfully.
Yes.
And I point toward that slick-haired bastard. He stole me from my home.
The guard looks and he's like, all right, seems like he definitely doesn't want to get owned, but you definitely have the papers, so you have to honor that.
I owe no debt to that man. I owe no service. He looks
at Tiefling, the guard, and he's all like, well, this guy's deflecting, so that's not helpful.
Oh my gosh.
And it seemed this guy does not want to be with you. We don't want any more conflict. How about just pay the double of the certificate and you guys can own it. And we don't have to worry about anything else.
I completely forgot. We made the agreement yesterday and we were supposed to meet up today so I could give him the gold and he could give me the papers. So I did pay 65 gold for him the other day. But
And
so here's your gold, sir, and I'll be taking those.
the big hefty guy's like, "What? No, I never met this man before. I just met him buried today." And the wizard's all like, "Yeah, he's definitely telling the truth. That big fat dude." and then make a will save, Idris, on yours.
Kill the wizards.
Armin's about to throw his fucking
Oh
sword.
no. A one?
Yeah.
Wait,
No, it's a
an
plus
eight.
one. It's
plus
that's
one.
my added, yeah. So
Dirt.
Yeah, so they know that you're lying too. So the guards are like, by our rules, if you guys want to keep him, and we don't want no conflict. And for you, sir, so you don't have, so you can get your investment back. Just pay the double of what is bought from him, and you guys can own him, free him. We don't care. But this guy technically owns, and we will have to give Bo back to him. But
How much did he pay for Bo?
150. So double would be 300.
Y'all can see Bo is starting to bristle on his edges.
so
And the big bellow guy, like the merchant, he's like, "That's fine. I'll deal with that." Yep. And he like just folds his arm. He's all waiting for the gold. He's like, "Yep, I'm fine with that. Give me that. He's all yours."
I will. I've
I don't-
got 50 gold towards it, or 100. I've got 100 if you can each cover 50.
I can do 50. Yeah.
Yeah, Bo whispers to
Yeah.
the party, just like, pay him.
Oh, I didn't
We'll
add my
take it
gold
from
back
him
from
later."
winning.
Yeah, remember you guys
Yes,
you
we
guys have a
will.
bunch of gold too. You have a bunch of extra gold from that pit fight.
Oh, I forgot to add. Oh, yeah. I'll go in 100 with.
So
Yeah,
I
you
bet
guys have a bunch of gold. You
50.
have like
So I'll go-
235.
I'll go 100 also. That'll leave me with 40 gold, so I gotta not spend any more.
We'll get it back.
We'll get it
Yeah,
back
fuck
one
all
way or
this.
another.
Armin's so pissed. He just realizes he can't do anything right now.
Before I give the gold, as I'm counting it out, I'm gonna use magical tinkering, which is one of my artificer abilities,
Okay.
to make one of the gold coins smell like rotting milk,
Yes.
Oh,
thank
okay.
you.
and
Hell yeah.
and then I'll put it in the bag, and I will give them the gold.
Okay.
That's
Sounds good.
awesome. How long
So
does that
you
I'm
last?
just gonna.
So you give, okay. So Charmy gives 100. Idris gives 100. Who else gives 100? You gave 100. You said.
I give 100.
Oscar?
Yeah.
Okay.
uh-huh.
So you get 300. He takes it all. He grabs the guard, like grabs the papers from the big guy, for the merchant, and the merchant's like, "Okay, here's the papers," and he gives him the 5 papers. And he looks at it, like he's like actually getting a pen out, getting some ink, and like start writing it, and starts writing your name, and is like, "What's your name?" Like he's saying all your names. He's asking for all your names, your official names.
Can you just mark it that Bo owns himself?
Yeah, this man is a
Yes.
free man. He has purchased himself.
He does not belong to us. He belongs
Yes.
to himself.
Okay. And then they actually got
Give it out
another
to Bo.
document. Can you give me another document, Isaac? And Isaac is like one of the flying wizards. Like, yeah, that's cool. And he starts like making a paper document in front of you guys. He's like, there you go. Here's 10 papers of it. He's like, I don't need I don't need the full document. I just need one document. Why would you give me the full one? Oh my god. He's like, you said you wanted the full document, man. I gave you 10
You
pages.
see,
Like, okay.
Bo is disgusted at all this paperwork going on
and he-
concerning his life.
And
But
then
we
he
want to
pulls-
keep
pulls-
this for our paper trail.
And then he grabs all the papers and
Yeah.
he's all like, and the guard's like, God damn it. And he signs, okay, free man, this blah, 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 blah.
Why
What's
do
his
those
full name?
papers
Is this-
say that I'm a free man when I already said I'm a free man?
And then he's writing, even though he's like, you're saying stuff. He's like, okay, free, okay. And then the guy's name's Bo, right? And description, they write the description what he looks like, and okay, he's free. And then he say, here you go. And they wrap it in and they, tie it together as a knot. And they give you the 10 papers. Like, all right, there you go. You bought him to be a free man. He's free. And then they take the
my
other
God.
papers and they burn them. They burn the other papers.
This is
Don't worry about
everything that I want my character to fight against in this whole campaign.
I'm just trying to see if I could hit Isaac with the knife and kill him from here.
I want
I'm
to
not gonna
start
do
killing
it.
people. Bo is ready. Y'all can
Yeah.
feel it. Bo's muscles are twitching. His veins are popping.
you see the big merchant guy. He gets his gold and he's happy. He's like, yeah. And then he starts leaving his guards. He's like, all right, let's go, guards. And then when he gets the gold, he looks at he opens the pouch. He's like, oh my God. Oh, ugh. And he wants to count it, but it smells so bad. He's like, did they drop this in dung beetle shit? Like, whoa. He's trying to count it. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, we're good. And he just like walks off, trying not to smell the bag. And the guards are like, what's wrong? What's wrong, sir? They're like that as they follow him. And the guards of the city, of course, the guard of the city is like, all right, we're done here. It's like, you're free to go and be free. This situation's done.
Tarman wants to take note as to what direction these guys are walking off into.
Right. How long does
Me
that
too.
smell last?
Up
Yeah.
until I get rid of it.
But of
Yeah,
course,
can I follow the odor?
Yeah,
But
I
of course-
can track that shit.
of course, the guards before they leave from both sides, the guards of the city, they look at you guys like, remember, no fighting. If you fight, you get kicked out. And then they start
Hey,
walking
no
off.
problem.
Sword. He's shaking. He's like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, no fighting, no
Oh,
fighting.
yeah, we don't do things like that.
the
There
wizards-
won't be a fight. I guarantee you."
The wizards make a will save. Make a will save. Tarman.
Well, there definitely
Oh,
won't be a fight. We're
no.
all just
The
winking
wizards,
at each other.
man. We got the city servants on our ass right
yeah,
now.
the fucking lie detectors over here.
It's 12, 11 plus 1.
Yikes.
And then the wizards, like he looks at you and he's a little bit older. He's just like, yeah, unfortunately, these guys are not very truthful. And the guards are like,
"Guess what? I was gonna kill him in his sleep. There wouldn't be a fight that way. It would just be quick."
and then the guards are like,
Ah, ha, 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 ah, ha, 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 ha.
I mean, you don't get, even don't get caught, you don't get caught. But if you do, you're gonna answer to us. So please, just enjoy the city. Don't kill people, please.
I'm joking.
And then
friends.
he
I'm
walks.
joking.
And then and then the
Hashtag
guards
not
start,
joking.
the platoons of the 12 guards and the other 12 guards, they walk off, and then see the two top wizards start to vanish. Like they
Two
start to
top
vanish.
wizards?
They
I want to meet the bottom wizards.
but the wizard of the skies, they turn invisible. You see them like vanish, basically. Actually, somebody make a perception. I mean, all three of you, or all four of you can. These guys are gone. They left.
I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything.
Oh man, poor
No,
Lols.
yeah.
Oh my
me
god.
neither.
I
Bo
got
didn't see
5.
anything. Idris didn't see anything. You got a 5?
I didn't see anything.
I got
What
five.
about, what about you?
I rolled a
Uh,
7.
You were a 7 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the highest one was 12. I'll give it to Bo, but he most
Oh my
likely can't
God.
tell at all. He can't tell at all.
So I'm
Because
shaking
it's-
with rage.
Yeah, because he's so far away.
Oh, whoops.
He's actually way above the wizards, and you see another wizard, but it's kind of funny. This wizard, he looks young. He looks youthful. Like he's like maybe in his 20s, but you can't tell that at all. He's just he's a humanoid. You have good eyesight just because you're a type of wilderness guy, so you always are very perceptive. But you're so angry, you can't really tell. Oh, Cole, you got a 19. Okay, you definitely see him then.
No, I actually did it on accident. That's a false roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But anyways, barely see him, but you see this guy. He's a wizard, but he's different. He has a bunch of blades circling around him, and he looked like he's
Whoa.
laughing at you guys. He's laughing at you guys, like he's laughing at the whole situation. But he's super far away, so none of you guys can see him. Like even Bo can barely see him. Like, is that like a third wizard?
It's a
But you couldn't even
bird?
tell. Yeah, you think it's a bird, but then then he disappears. Of course, like he's gone. But it's kind of funny.
That was
Like
no
at first you're
bird.
like, yeah. So it was kind of interesting.
Hey,
As a-
Isaac, who's that?
As I'm holding the papers, I'm gonna say, Bo, do you want me to hold on to these? I don't know if you even have pockets to.
That
Put it
those papers, that is my straw man, right? I heard that they do that in these cities. People become companies, become corporations, and they have a stack of papers that are supposed to be you. That's not me.
Well, it's better for us to have it so this kind of thing doesn't happen again, because he could just come back,
Right.
with another
And
set.
say that
But-
this didn't happen, you know.
Those papers have no power for me. They're
Okay, so
worthless.
I'll just hold on to him. I
I would hold on to him, yeah.
We file them away and
put him in my bag.
I'll be right back.
Rusty-
You can take 2 minutes. 2 minutes if you want. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
No.
Word, I think I'm
those.
gonna take a piss too.
Okay, take a piss.
Let's
Bathroom
go destroy the
break.
city.
Let's destroy. Bo is on that level right now. He is so pissed off that his
Yeah.
whole life got reduced to a couple of papers, and he's looking at those
I
papers like,
know.
"You are the fucking bane of this existence." All those stack of papers represent, man.
Everybody's gone.
Yeah. Time for some smokage.
Hell yeah. Not a bad idea.
I like where the story's going so far. It's definitely got the antithesis of my character going.
Well, we just saw some crazy anime guy with blades swirling around him in the sky, so I'm loving that.
Working for the authoritarians. Even more reason to bring him down.
I'm gonna lay on the floor because I can't.
Seriously, that's messed up for.
Do we all have papers dictating that we're not owned, or can somebody just walk
Somebody
around with a
start
sheet of
making-
paper and saying that I own this, man?
Yeah, he's like, you just make some papers and say that's me, and now I'm.
Well,
bound
no,
to
didn't
that?
he say he had a wizard procure a document? So surely it's a magical document.
No, well, yeah, the second document was the wizard one, which was the one saying he was freed, and then they burned the originals. We didn't
Yeah,
know if the originals were
but the
magical or
originals
not.
were inspected by
But
the wizards in
I
that
imagine
group. So
most of us probably have something indicating who we are. Like, you know, like I
like
work for
like a government ID, like a citizen.
well, yeah, like I've worked for
ID.
guilds, so I have like some sort of identification, you know, stating that like I worked at the guild, and you know,
The
you know,
only
you
thing
might
Bo
have
would
something
have
from.
is like any kind of druid symbology because he's part of the druid group. Maybe he has like a totem necklace, but
Well, you were the one exception of probably having something that like identifies who you are.
Wild
Um,
bad.
yeah, I'm
but
pretty
you
wild.
do though. You more than anyone has something to identify who you are. You have like a 10-pager document. So
Right.
That sucks though.
I mean, Tarman is the champion of the Iron Fist. Are y'all sure y'all haven't heard of that?
No.
It's hard.
No.
It's hard
Not
to believe y'all haven't
familiar.
heard of it. It's
Oz has heard of it too
it's
many
quite a big
times.
quite a big fighting ring east of Absalom. I'm not sure how y'all could have missed it.
Sorry, I'm back. I'm here.
I'm
Oh,
not
we're
from
just
here, so
we're just talking shit.
Shout out to Wisdom Turtle in the chat.
What up, wisdom?
Hi, Wisdom Turtle.
Let's hear a quote.
All right. So what do you guys want to do now? You said you want to follow somebody. You said
I want to see if
Tarman?
we can't follow the odor. I want to
Yeah,
be like,
track him.
maybe
Go
hint
get our money back.
hint to Bo. Is there any way you can take a sniff of that coin and follow these guys, and maybe we can fucking get our money back?
All right, go
we
for
can-
it.
we can
I mean,
just-
there's guards behind you. I mean, not behind you, in front of you. The group of 12 guys are in front of you, and then in front of them is the group of the guards and the owner.
I think maybe I can take a whack at least catching the scent, so maybe I can pick it up later. I've got a high survival.
Maybe if we just know the direction they're going, we can find
Can I
out
roll
where
a
to trail
survival
them.
check to track the scent? Quote unquote. That's why I wanted to know how long that spell lasts, because if it lasts long enough, then we can track it down later.
It's
Right.
indefinite until I need to tinker on it when I have so many different imbued item, like tinkered items. Then the oldest one will stop working, but only after I've reached that extent. But other than that, it doesn't. It's that object is like
Yeah,
essentially
stinky.
until I die or use or tinker too many things. It's there indefinitely.
Okay. DM, can I roll survival to familiarize the scent so I can track it down later?
The rotten egg smell? Yeah, go for it.
Oh my fucking god. I am doing terrible. That was a natural 2.
All right, so yeah, you don't know. Like, you smell it. You're like, woo, that smells
That smells
bad.
bad.
I'll even give you a +5, but you still like. I mean, it smells bad, but it smells so bad you don't want to keep track of it. You're like, man, it smells too bad. I don't know if I'll remember it, but I don't know if I'll remember it too long. That's definitely a smell I don't want to remember.
It smelled I
As-
don't want to smell.
Yeah.
I don't mean to overstep, guys, but I think it might be easier for us to make more coin, through ways of the foreign quarter than necessarily tracking down this one gentleman and potentially having to pay bail.
I agree with a smart dweeb. As you hear, like, out of nowhere.
Is that Kale?
You just hear a voice. You just hear a voice in, like, out of nowhere. You just hear a voice say that.
I agree with the smart dweeb.
What?
Who the
Do-
fuck is invisible around
Once
here?
once
Do we
again,
see-
Bo is like
we
on
don't-
edge.
Do we notice anything? Was it just a voice? Was it close, or like how did I?
It was the omnipresent voice of God.
It's semi close.
God.
It's semi close. It's like, it sounds like it's above you, but it's semi close.
Oh, thank
You
you.
hear the voice is from above.
Quick, look up.
Yeah, I guess if we look up.
You don't see anything.
Can
Oh,
I
okay.
Invisible.
can I cast detect magic
Go
and
for
see
it.
if I sense anything? So
You definitely sense magic. You see auras. You
where
definitely
would
see.
do I see an aura like around, like originating where I might have heard that sound coming from?
Oh yeah, it's about like maybe like 20, 30 feet above you guys.
And so I can identify that is like an illusion magic, because each
Yeah, it's
aura is
illusion.
full of
It's
magic.
illusion.
Yeah.
Good
So
call.
yeah, I guess hello. I agree on listening to me as well.
Yeah. I mean, you guys look like adventurers. Just go to your foreign quarter. You're gonna make some big bucks there. So do enough missions, get enough renown. You know, they'll definitely ask you to do stuff in the future. But
Do you have
anyways,
a name, oh wandering guide?
no, it's just watching people not doing stupid shit. I mean, we like people to spend money, but they do stupid shit. We're just gonna have to kick them out of the city. We don't want any conflict in the city. Just
Right.
keep it easy, spend your gold, enjoy your time here, and get the hell out once you're done. Or if you're an adventurer, well, just do stuff what you gotta do in here and just have fun, and
See.
then get out.
That's what
That
Bo's
Any-
guy
talking
was
about.
such
got-
an asshole.
Anywhere in the foreign quarter you could recommend?
Ugh.
I mean, it depends what you want to do. I mean, the most prestigious one that's very big. It has like four floating, basically buildings around it. You know, definitely, how do you call it? It's almost like a hovering like castle upon itself, I guess you could say. But the Pathfinder Grand Lodge, that's the main one you can go. That's what a lot of adventurers go to get their, their beginnings, or to get their, get their feet wet and to get missions. Some die, some succeed, here and there. So you can start there. I mean, there's other ones, but they specialize in more different things, like Black Blades or um, the Iron Imperium. I mean, they deal with more like looking for like treasures and stuff, but it's very niche. It's like they don't have a lot more, how you say it, stuff to occupy your time with. The Pathfinder Grand Lodge has the most stuff that they get much requests for adventurers to do things, so that's their best place.
Bo would look up in the sky and say, "Oi, voice, how can we bring men like that?" And he points down the road where that guy walked off. Bring men like that down. How can we do that?
He looks at you. I mean, he doesn't look at you. You can't see him, but he answers your question. He says, "There's nothing you can do. It's the way of the city right now. It's how we fund our city. I mean, it's always the nature of the beast. Sometimes nature. It has its beasts. You just have to handle them. So right now, it is what it is."
Bo strokes his beard pensively, but he's still very flexy and very veiny.
Well, it seems to me, Bo, that the best thing for us to do to help your cause is to have you earn money so that you can legitimately free people like you. And kind of that's and they say they are okay with everyone spending money, so you're not going to upset anyone doing that.
Bo looks up in the sky. Yes, maybe we should speak of this in a corner.
Okay. Right now.
You hear the voice from above. He's like, "Good luck and stay out of trouble." And then, of course, you assume like you don't hear anything else after that.
I think he's still here.
Would there be a guild like the guild that I'm a part of? Would they have a kind of a like a headquarters here as well? Because I'd want to make sure I stop by that. Because I'm part of the guild of like armorers, locksmiths, and finesmiths. So
Nice.
my background is guild artisan, so I would probably see if I can try. I don't know if you have any in particular that you know of, like that are kind of like craft guilds like that, but I'd probably want to just stop by and see them, even though I'm not like actively working for them.
Right, gotcha. Let me see.
I think I'm going to succeed in not eating this late night snack at the moment. Who knows if I'll be able to resist for much longer.
Is it a Christmas tree cake?
No, it's a leftover pizza slice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you don't find any type of like guild that focuses on like, machinery, like arcane or what's it called? Or I mean, there's academy, but that's somewhere else. But this one, like, there's no guild per se that deals with your type of like tinkering and mechanical workshops and stuff like that. Yeah, there's no guild that's like built around here in Foreign Quarters.
Yeah. All right.
Most of them are fighting schools or gladiator pits. Like they're gladiators to help people become gladiators, basically. Sorry, gladiator schools to become gladiators, right? Or they're fighting schools to become better warriors. And then the last one is one for self improvement, which is the one that's called the Iorium. I mispronounced it, but Iorium. That's the one that is like more about like the monks. It's like a mini monastery. It's basically it's a guild, but made for like the different monks and different schools and traditions. So they'll kind of like meet up there. And then the last one is the Pathfinder Grand Lodge, and that's the one since all adventurers go there because that's the biggest one. It's a massive fortress almost. It's like a big, huge, like almost like a stronghold. It's a big stall tome building with a main gate. And around the fortress is like floating like almost like pillars or like towers around it. It's a very big like fortress basically, and it's like the biggest one. but it's a guild. It's the main one that most adventurers go of all types that go there. So you might meet tinkers there, you might meet wizards, and so forth.
They like have an
Well,
office in the main building.
Yeah.
and I take it we're heading to the Grand Lodge then.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
We definitely went someplace with diversity because I'm diverse.
We definitely want to be able to blend in.
Not
and I
gonna-
look at it. We're like definitely not blending
Yeah,
in
we got
anywhere we go.
a super cute robot dog and a hairy
Yeah.
wild man. I'm more
A
hairy
hairy
than
wild
my
man,
picture.
a tiefling, a halfling, a human with an electronic dog or a
Oh,
robotic dog.
And you guys may or may not have noticed at this point that on Rusty near his collarbone, you'll see that there's where before there was like an etching, like a knife etching in it that kind of just had like one tick
There's
mark. Now there's 2 etch marks right there.
Oh,
Nice. He's got a kill count. Oh, look at the kitty.
Sorry
Yep.
for the distraction.
It is
That's
very
okay.
distracting.
No, you're good. So what do you guys decide? Or were you gonna ask me something else? Sorry,
No, I think
Idris.
we're going to the Grand Lodge.
yeah.
Yes.
Cat's like, don't push me off.
Okay. So yeah, as you go to the as you travel, like throughout midday to the coins to the foreign quarter, you enter it. The guards let you in through the gate, and now you're in the foreign quarter. And you see definitely people. You see a bunch of residency here. A lot of people live here that are not from here. They like rent like houses and so forth, or rent out buildings to live here. So you see a lot of buildings rented out here. But besides that, you see a bunch of like different, like when you do walk by, you see the guilds, and they're very big, and they have like big buildings that they own. Now, of course, the biggest one is the Pathfinder Grand Lounge. Yeah, Lounge. Sorry, I haven't talked today. Um, the Pathfinder Grand Lodge, and like I mean, as described, it's a very massive fortress. Of course, one of the biggest privately owned strongholds in the city. Um, as you can see, it's a very tall stone building with a single huge main gate,
Yeah.
which usually open during the day for people to walk in, so for adventurers. It has many yards and outbuildings actually in the courtyard and so forth, and a series of major halls. So there's buildings entering different, even mini buildings, like mini like areas within this fortress. Um, it has shops and so forth within the actual like fortress itself, um, and of course, like I said, the walls encircled by 7. I'm sorry, I said 4. 7 sturdy stone fortresses of different architectural periods. So basically, around it is like different towers floating around it, and it looks like wizards fly up to it, or people get like kind of get lifted up by like kind of like almost like a flip of a stone platform, and they get pushed up into the towers.
So it's
But these-
seven,
Hell yeah.
seven
Yeah.
different islands of 7 different styles of architecture.
Yeah, all around this like big fortress, basically.
They're all floating.
the big
How,
fortress.
Yeah, they're all floating. Yeah,
how high? Like,
not that
250
not that high,
feet or
like stone. The stone like fortress itself is pretty tall. Like maybe like I would say about like 20 feet, maybe even higher, like 30
Okay,
almost.
okay,
Like it's a
okay.
very tall. It's like almost like a keep, almost right, bigger than a keep maybe, but like it's very big. But of course, these towers are just floating above, like at the very at the very height of this massive fortress.
And there's
Um,
only floating
Rad.
stone platforms between them.
no, there's platforms that lift people up to those towers.
Yeah,
like
like
if they need to
floating
get there.
stone platforms that lift them up.
Yeah, they go down. They're kind of like almost elevators. They go down and up. But if you're like a person that can fly already, the wizards go up and just fly themselves. But yeah.
Wow.
So you see a bunch of adventurers, all types and so forth. You see a bunch of like you see warriors, you see mages, you see clerics, you see archers, you see every type of adventurer. And you see them in groups looking for the next thing. Like when you see the buildings, there's a many doors to different areas of the fortress, and like each building has a different hall. The warriors hall, the mead hall, the arcane hall. You have different ones, and you know, is a lot of them have billboards around them where like they're big billboards, and they have like postings of different things, like several different papers posted on there. And you see a bunch of group of people going on to them, and they're like, "Oh, let's take this. Oh yeah, let's take that." And they take the posting, and they all like leave as a group and like get excited. They're, you know, you seem like there's a lot of different things to do here, and of course to get, you know, different requests around the city or missions around the world or so forth. So yeah.
Yeah, let's
What
walk
was
up
the
to
guild
the.
hall's name?
The Pathfinder Grand Lodge.
Pathfinder Grand Lodge. Okay.
Yeah.
I say let's walk up to the postings and see what kind of quests we can get into.
Yeah.
Or at least what's listed.
All right. Which one do you want to go to? The first one you see?
Yeah, the one that everybody's kind of crowding around.
Where there's a bunch of billboards.
Well, yeah, just whichever one seems popular. I don't know the area, so whichever one most everybody's flocking towards, or if just a random one.
A bunch of billboards in a fucking guild hall designed for different adventurers. We're probably looking for something.
Yeah,
Everybody keeps talking about needing money.
Do the billboards show what kind of like any indication of what kind of maybe like a easier or harder quest or what they may entail? Or
Yeah, definitely. When you're looking at different billboards, I mean, you look at the Mead Hall, you look at the Royal Hall, you look at the Arcane Hall, you look at the Warrior Hall. You see a bunch of different billboards around the areas, and you see different groups of adventurers huddling around the boards as they like look around. They see what they like, and they take the paper to do the quest,
okay.
or do the mission, or do the request that like a person's asking for that needs help. Like some of them are more like very was it what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, can't think of the word. Very crap, I can't think of the word. It starts with an M and I can't think of it. Like very low bar, very low bar. Like it's just like very like, hey, can you get me this, or can you guys get me some like dark wood?
Give me
Can you guys
5
get me some?
mushrooms.
Yeah, like well, it's more like they need resources. People need like
6
different.
force head.
Like some people need resources like around the city, like some like woodsmen, like a woodsman hunters like union, or like a miners union. They need some wood, or they need some minerals from a particular area, but they can't go there because they're not very skilled warriors, and that area is infested by like undead
It's
or
very
something,
menial.
and they
I think that's what
need
you
help
said.
to get medial, yeah, thank you. And they need the resources, so they say like, hey, we need some of this, like 10 pounds of this, or like 20 pounds or 30 pounds or 50 pounds. And so there's just like, can you get us this much, and we'll pay like 300 gold or 200 or 100 or something like that.
Nah.
Is there
And
one where has a local town been invaded by goblins by chance?
no, there's none like that.
Oh shucks.
No, most orcs and goblins, like if they don't really attack this area because it's so huge, and even the outer cities, like the outer cities, sorry, the outer towns that are like around this big city that kind of harvest the city with wheat fields and so forth, and help with uh and help with what's it with the resources like for food and so forth. They're very big themselves, so they have guards and so forth, and they're protected by this big city as well. So like nobody comes in, nobody
Okay.
attacks them. Like any orcs or goblins or any type of creatures like that, of like different tribal types, they all are super far away, and so like a lot of them, you know, don't really have to worry about unless you're traveling the roads in the wilderness. But what you do see is like you see requests like some talk about arcane like materials, like they need like arcane materials are like magical oil. It's actually called magical oil. A lot of people call it by different names. Like a more technical word is like um glorian right. They call it glorian right, but glorian right is basically like very reduced residue of magic. You can get magic, and like if you drank it or if you put it on the weapon, it'll enhance it.
Nah.
But you need a lot of it though. A lot of the arcane people, they just want a big bunch of it so they can use it within their experiments. There's a lot of requests for that. Like we basically need magic magic dust or not magic dust, sorry, magic oil. We need a lot of magic oil.
So I have a
Uh,
suggestion. If anybody else doesn't have one, any political espionage or kind of activism or guerrilla political warfare they could go on. Yeah, anything
Works for
like
me.
that.
Let's kill people.
Farmer wants to fight something. Yeah.
But wants
If
to
it means I
overthrow the
get to
government.
kill something, let's go and do it.
so yeah, so you see that like they need they need like glorying right so they can like for the arcane years so they can get that, and usually is in the old ruin like strongholds that used to be here when like people invaded, and a lot of the strongholds got collapsed over time throughout the like decades and centuries because of the fact that they were able to repel them, but a lot of it had like monsters got infested in there or undead, but a lot of it has some magic oil in it. A lot of people say there's treasures there or oil or whatever. Arcane people ask for adventurers to grab some so they can sell it to them. They'll pay a good excuse me, a good payment for it. And then another one, like I said, like there's different types. There's one talking about like obviously people always go for this one, spires. Like they always go for the I forgot the name. I just had it in my notes. Where is it?
Yep, I got
Yeah,
that one.
another one that you saw on the thing. It's not on the board though. It's like a leaderboard. It's talking about how many people have gone in there and not died. This is different though. It's a leaderboard. Besides the postings, there's a leaderboard of how many people have survived the Spire of Nex. And Spire of Nex is it's a very tall, it's a very tall tower. It's like a siege tower. It's a very tall though. Like you don't see the end of it at the top of the skies. But it's a very tall tower that used to be there a long time ago. And it's only about 10 miles from Absalon. And when you go there, it everybody that goes in there sometimes survives. They get treasure or they die. And adventurers always go in there because once you go in there, it's always different. It's a magical influx in itself that the tower always changes every day. So when people go in, they don't know what they're going into. So that's why a lot of people go into it because they think they can get great treasure and glory, or some might die, depending on it. So there's always leaderboards of like who's the one that have gone the most and not died. I mean, one of the forces has gone to it is like uh the unfettered. That's the group that has gone the most. They're called the unfettered. They're a group of like 5 people, and they gone there like at least like uh uh sem- uh sorry 27 times, and they haven't died yet. But the rest of the groups have only gone like maybe 10 times, give or take. But like, there's different leaderboards
Group
on
to
that,
beat.
like different expeditions, you could say. There's expeditions, but they're further out. They're much further around in the island, like different strongholds and so forth. But they're much different though. They're not as hype compared to Spires, the Spire of Nex, because Spire's Nex is so magically influx that it changes all the time. They don't know what like what it can bring. So they're kind of curious. Like even arcane wizards go in there not for the venturing part. They go in there to study. They're like, "Hey, can you let me tag along? I want to study this shit." Because they're kind of confused. They're like, "Why is this fucking shit influxing?" Like they're so like you're talking among adventures, I'm assuming, and they're telling you like, "Yeah, dude, like they don't know why is it keeps changing. It's crazy. It's like maybe there's a rift. Maybe it's gonna fucking be a black hole. And it's gonna suck us in, bro. It's gonna destroy this whole fucking island, dog." Like they don't know what's going on. So they're kind of curious, and so some wizards want to go in and to study it and see if it's going to get worse or better. But
Are there
that's what you see on one of the boards, right? And
Yeah.
and then there's other stuff like protecting people. Like there's one that like there's a nobleman, and he wants bodyguards to protect his son. And he's a kind of well known nobleman in the city, and he's gonna be out of business, and he wants somebody to protect his son while he's gone, and he pays a good payment for like the bodyguards. And there's stuff like that. There's all different type of things.
are there any missions for escorting people through that spire that are available?
No. There's no missions have you seen like any like wizards asking for anything, particularly right now.
Well, Tarman says, just like I always say, and he kind of looks at himself. It's always best to start small, and he's gonna grab the job to gather the magic dusts with the to fight the undead.
You mean the magic oil? I said
Oh,
that's
yeah.
wrong. I said that's wrong, so that was my bad. You mean the magic oil,
Magic
the glowing
oil.
right?
Yeah, glowing right.
Yeah. There's definitely a couple postings. There's a couple of wizards here and there from like the academy that's looking for like
Yeah, I just figure
like
that's small enough for us to handle as a group, just learning each other. I don't think we should tackle any kind of dungeon with a leaderboard. But
yeah,
we can definitely handle some zombies and some oil.
yeah, like you definitely they ask for like couple oils. Like some ask for like 2 cups because they know like it might be hard for some people to find. Some people ask for 5 cups. Some people ask for like 10 cups, like vials of it. Like how much you can get out of it because it's always it's this glue, right? It's just on the ground
Yeah.
or in the area. So how many vials can you fill up? Some want 20, some want 50, some want 10, some want 5. So it depends which one you want. But they'll pay out like for 2 they pay like 100 gold. Sorry, for 5, sorry, they pay 200 gold.
Well, I say we get just a handful or a bunch of vials, and we load up and go try to collect some oil.
Okay, sounds good.
Works for me.
Start small, get some money, get some prestige. I look at Tarman looks at Bo. He says, "The best way to topple any organization is from the top, and you got to start small. Start at the bottom. This will get us a little bit of gold, a little bit of prestige, and we'll start from there." And he gives us a wink.
And
A
we
really
heard something
bad.
about it. It helps to fight undead, right?
No. No. Usually that's where they find it. They find it like in ruins or towers that have been abandoned. And usually monsters like infest that area, like they make their nest there, or undead spawn from there. And usually that's where they find the magical oil in the ruins.
Ancient ruins, huh?
Yeah.
Any chance to get out of the city again? Yes, let's go.
Does anybody need any supplies before we go?
Oh yeah, you guys need any supplies? And the coins, there's a bunch of merchant shops.
Well, I spent most of my gold on freeing our buddy, so
Yeah.
I don't want to spend too much.
Would I know? Would it be common knowledge, or would it be stated in the flyer if undead were weak to anything in particular? Like if there would be something like, is that something to be common knowledge in this area on things to
I mean,
combat the undead?
You definitely know they're weak against holy water. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I would say we probably pick up a holy water or two just in case.
Also, make a perception, Idris, since you asked that about undead and so forth, while you're looking at the posting.
5.
Already. So what you definitely notice. Oh, 5. Okay, maybe you don't notice.
My rolls are not working with me.
Never
for
mind.
that.
Never mind. You don't notice. I mean, it's a good thing you didn't notice because I don't know if you guys want to do it, but it'd be kind of interesting. But I'll give it to everybody. Everybody's looking at the posting. I'll give it to everybody. Actually, everybody make a perception because everybody would be lucky anyways.
Probably not Bo.
Perception.
Yeah, perception.
19.
Was that all of us?
Yeah, because
All
everybody's
of
looking
us.
for
Yeah,
jobs.
all of us. Yeah, all of you guys.
Trying to do it in roll 20 for you guys. Just don't see it. Oh, there it is.
Huh.
There, it's in. Why does it roll 2 and roll 20? That's weird.
Now I know I already have a holy water on me because it works as a great solvent for Rusty's coat. But
So you said, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. So you said 10. What was Bo and Osvir?
I got a 19.
Oh, Bo didn't roll because he wouldn't be looking.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. I was just gonna, sorry, Idris. So Osvir, what you saw with your 19, you definitely see another note about undead. You know, because
Mhm.
like Idris is talking about undead, like undead can be, it's weak against holy water. Well, you look at this post, and this the actual Pathfinder Lodge is actually looking for this. They're gonna pay like 5,000 gold uh to the people who can kill it. It's called the Mother. They call it the Mother, and they know this creature has been. It's a myth. They don't know if it's real or not, but they hear every adventure group that goes to it dies. Um, because supposedly this creature has existed for like almost like a few centuries long ago, when supposedly the myth was that like it was summoned by like a big huge grand audience of wizards, like teachers and students, and they made a mistake, and and of course it killed everybody. And
Mm.
since then, every adventuring group that tried to kill it couldn't kill it. It was is a previous it's like impervious to like a lot of attacks, magic, weapons, anything. That's the myth says. They don't know, but they say that like anybody that can kill it, bring the head of the mother, they'll pay 5,000 gold pieces. Nobody has ever picked up the post because a lot of people just haven't. Like that post looks old. Like it looks old. Like there's like it's like the paper's kind of like being deteriorated a little bit. Like it's old. It's been
Yeah.
there for a long time, but it's not off the bat when he talks about undead, because supposedly it says it's an undead creature, but who knows? Some people say it's
Summoned by
bullshit. They
wizards.
think it's a demon, but some people say it's undead. So
It's unnatural.
So I'll just point further down on the paper. I assume Idris is the one holding it, and I'll say this might be something even uh this might be more than just undead based off of the way that's worded at the bottom.
If we come across anything more, we'll take care of it. I'm sure.
Hmm. You said more than undead. Undead is very
Um
bad.
yeah, well, for this amount of money, whatever we're headed towards is very, very bad.
I don't know if we're going to the same place. Is it farther in, or is it is the place that they're the two flyers, do they have the same locations?
two flyers. What are you talking about?
The
Or
one
which
flyer
ones?
for the magic vials with the zombies protecting it, and then the one regarding the mother. Do they have like a location listed? Is it the same location?
Oh, yeah. A lot of the stuff that talks about stuff like magic oils or getting resources, and even the mother. Yeah, they're all on the west, so they're west of the city.
What I mean is, so they would be in like they do state that they're kind of like in a general locale that's close within each other, right?
Not the mother. The mother they don't know. The mother they think is in different, maybe in a ruin, maybe in a different area. They don't know exactly. It's been changed so many times throughout the years. They don't know exactly, but they know supposedly she's to the west of here. That's like the last heard. But a lot of the other stuff like resources or gathering stuff for people that like wizards are requesting, or woodsmen or like hunters or anything they're requesting for stuff, a lot of this stuff is in the west because that's where it's more bountiful. There's a lot of forests, there's a lot of mountains, there's a lot of swamps. I mean, there's a lot of ruined keeps and strongholds. It's all in the west most of the time. Like the east has some, but not as much. It's much more smaller
Hmm.
compared to the collection of that's on the west. The west is a lot more spacious with all that, you know, stuff from the past.
Yes. Idris, I like what you're talking about.
Did I
Yes.
talk?
Yeah. Asking about you want to do two quests at once, right?
No, I was just saying we'll do the one and then just keep our eyes out for this other
Yes. On the
alert.
way back, we can carry the skull of the mother and a wagon full of wood for the
We're
craftsman.
not we're not directly going at the mother. I'm just saying if we see them, we'll take care of them. But you guys aren't actually wanting to go like find them, right? That'd be
Yes.
crazy.
That would be crazy.
Tarmin and Oz are just like knowing
I-
glance at each other.
No, I do not want to fight that.
We want 5,000 gold, right? That is a thing that works well in this city.
Yeah, but I feel like we're just not like
Well,
that's a like here kind of
oftentimes-
thing, and we're kind of like here kind of thing.
Price equates to difficulty in this city, and we certainly are not. I don't think 5,000 gold, ready, for a fight of that stature.
There's also the one that just says to guard this man's son for money.
I
think we
really
can go
like
with
the idea
vials.
of killing some undead.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Before we do head out
Guarding
to that
or
area, though, I would
killing?
like to pick up a couple vials of holy water and some additional glass
That's
vials.
probably a good idea.
So
Do we need empty vials to fill up the oil?
well, I have 10 on me, but I was gonna buy extras, knowing that we're going to fill them up.
I wonder if I have my gold recorded on my character sheet.
Yeah, so I guess we need to
I
buy
sure
some stuff,
don't.
buy some items.
Since we're down
You,
a
you can buy.
cleric-
Yeah, you practically can buy a lot of stuff in the city. There's a lot of stuff too that you can buy as long as you have the gold because it's a metropolis city.
How much did we start with? Was it
Well,
like-
we had our starting gold, and then he gave us 150, I believe, to kind of set up our characters since we were already at 3rd level, and but like deduct any additional things that like you wanted to purchase, and then we had the bet that we made for the thing, so that also increased us a little bit, depending on how much you bet.
I
So
have
that-
40 gold left over after all that.
I think I only spent money on the bar. Well, we'll say I had like 90 gold left because I don't think my guy would have spent any money on anything. I have a club and a spear. And hide armor. I probably made it myself.
Yeah, so I guess can I buy? How much is like empty flasks or empty vials to fill up this
Yeah,
oil?
An empty potion belt.
Belt, that sounds cool. Like a bandolier, but like
Yeah.
with vials in it. That's kinda cool.
Idris knows what I'm talking about. I can stitch it myself. You
Can you?
you can make holster. I think
Can you?
I don't know that
can you
word.
make-
Yeah. You
I have a
can make
holster.
you can make holder for potion bottles on belt.
And can you make it where it goes like across? That's a kind of a cool thing. Like, can I do one of those?
Yes. Maybe
can you
I
make-
could drink potion very
Can you,
quickly, like a quick action.
Chewbacca bandolier.
you said you'd make that for me?
I could, yes, I am very good. And he pats his armor, shows you the seams, triple stitched on the hard edges, and it's hard as rock after 5 days in the sun.
I'll take one.
Yes,
Do you
I
need
will
anything
do
from me
it.
to do that?
I am fresh out of hide. I need to go hunting a bit more in the night. And he looks over at Oz. See, I can make jokes about the city.
Great, good joke, Bo.
Yes.
We should make our way to a temple to get some holy water real quick.
Yeah, let's go. DM.
Oh yeah, get
Just
1 second.
Trying
Sorry.
to read his notes real fast. While they're RPing, I'm gonna read my notes real quick. I'm sorry, I know it's coming.
While he's reading that, next time when you start the stream and you call us all out, we should all do that like thing where we're all like pretending we're doing something else, and then you're like, and then Lex. I'm like,
Turn looking at the camera.
yeah,
Late night legs.
like from Growing Pains or one of those other, like
Yeah.
80s, 90s, family films. Yeah,
Jack
I love it.
Crispy.
It just gets weirder and weirder.
yeah.
Colonel Savage. What was he doing
like-
under the desk?
He's liking a party.
Yeah. Good one. I'll totally call y'all out. And Mike, the DM.
He looked into the camera. He totally did. I know he did.
I know you did.
But his is gonna be one of those people that does that thing where they're like, no, don't,
Don't show me. Hiding from the camera, trying to duck out of the
You can just edit like a gif of someone doing, like that. Like,
So it's 12:30. What are we looking like on time?
yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing because my wife is texting me.
Oh yeah, sorry. So what was your question?
Can we find a temple to get holy water and then?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch in the at the Ascendant Court. There's actually like temples there, obviously for each shrine of different deities, but also there's also like places to buy stuff of religious significance. So they actually have like, funny enough, because they're worshiping shrines. There's also areas where they sell religious figurines and so forth, religious symbolisms and so forth. So they actually will sell like holy water and so forth too. And so forth in those type of shops.
And then I think Twin was asking if we knew about how long before, because it's 12:30 now for you guys. Like how long you guys were going to be continuing for?
It's up to you. I can go for a little while, but it's up to you guys.
Alex Savage.
I can play for a little while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did take some NyQuil earlier, so I'm starting to get quiet, but I
Yeah,
am
let's just
awake.
get into something,
Yeah.
We're just
I'm good
walking
to
around
go
the
for a
city right
while.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
just kind of
to-
been role playing,
for
group
the-
building.
For the sake of brevity, how much would it be for if I was going to get just a couple like 2 more holy waters, 10 more glass vials, and a hide?
Whatever the cost of holy water is, I don't know the cost of it.
You want me to check it? I'm not.
Yeah, whatever the
Oh,
cost is.
a
Just
flask
Google
is
it.
25 gold points. Or sorry, gold points. Gold pieces for a flask full.
Would
I
it be
don't
any
know.
cheaper if we were
$12.
getting it directly from the temple?
No, it costs the same.
Oh, okay.
I'll just empty a flask and dip it into the.
Unless you worship a particular god, but none of you guys do.
I don't know. So okay, so if
Yeah.
it's 25, I'll just take one more. So,
I
but
think I was gonna pick a god
and then-
actually.
I think vials are pretty cheap too. All right, so then yeah, I will just then I say let's go get some magic oil then.
Magic oil. Some Glorianite.
I will.
I am
I'll-
keeping notes, Mike.
I'm gonna mark a holy water flask for me too.
I'm going to give Bo a hide that I walked into a store and grabbed. Say
Oh.
whenever you have time.
Only you got holy water. Holy water. Did anybody else did or
I
nobody
did
else?
as well. I had
I
one, but
did,
I was
yeah.
getting a.
Okay,
second-
somebody else bought it. Okay, and you said you want to buy like says 10 empty vials. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think that I don't know how much that costs. I mean, there's a cost in there, or
Yeah, there's normally glass vials are usually like a gold a piece. So
okay, so yeah, it's just a gold piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whoever wants to buy them, yeah.
And some hide.
I will buy 10 glass vials. And we don't have to buy rations, do we? You're not going to make us do food and all that? If so, we might need to buy some rations.
Unless we get in a non-food available situation.
Yeah, so I'll just buy
'Cause
10 vials in.
I figure Bo can forage. I can go catch a rabbit.
Idris, being new to
Yeah,
adventuring,
you can
is
hunt
overly
outside.
scared.
You can hunt outside the city if you want to just get some hide from some animals.
I can catch a local
It'll be-
cat.
Yeah, it could be like it'll be a small animal though. It won't be that much of a hide though. It'll be like a small hide. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
but he
I just
bought
bought
hide.
because I want him to make me a bandolier.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
It
just
doesn't cost that much. It costs like maybe like a couple silver,
okay. Yeah.
like a few silver. Yeah.
Oh, I may have made a terrible mistake. I have 0 in nature. How is that possible?
Would it be like 31 silver for a hide, maybe?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
'cause
fine. That's
nature's
fine.
intelligence.
Yeah, my intelligence is low.
Well, with that being 31, now I have 69 gold and 69 silver.
Hey!
Maybe I should buy a. How much are potions of healing?
I think they're
Because we don't
25.
have a cleric right now.
I think they're 25 for a lesser,
Okay.
but I could be wrong. Oh wait, no, or maybe it's 50 and it's 25 if you make it yourself.
Are they under potion or? Oh no, they're under gear. It's 50 for a potion of healing.
Okay, it's 50. Yeah, I think it's 25 if you make it yourself. Like you use like an herbalism kit, I think.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I have 1 potion of healing.
I mean, I can buy one, but I'm gonna be running low on money after.
We could always just run away and short rest if we need to.
True.
How much are the
We're just
potions?
done our cleric. It's 50 for just a standard one.
I only have 30 gold left now.
I can buy one. I'll have 40 gold left.
Getting one.
If I buy one, I'll have 40 gold left as well. Or 45. Yeah, I'll buy one just to have.
I don't see the inventory on this spread on this sheet, this character sheet.
Well, okay, so you guys can still keep going, but I have to go because my wife is getting marital aggro right now.
That's how it goes.
No, it's all good. I mean, we can stop here and then we'll start off right here when you guys go.
We
You
have
know.
a quest to go do now.
Yeah, so you guys go into the wilderness and then go into one of the ruins and try to find something. Yeah, that's fine.
Somebody
20
should make
Okay.
note of
ruins,
that in
try
our
and find
session
some.
chat.
Yeah, find some glory night in an ancient ruin by defeating undead.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. I will.
All
I'll
good.
talk to you guys later.
We're good. We
Have
played
a
it for a
good one.
while.
Oh, it's
It was
all good,
fun.
man.
It was super fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, we just set it up. There we go.
cool.
All right, guys. That was fun.
Okay.
Peace, y'all.
Yeah, see you guys.
Later.
Oh yeah, take care, guys. It was fun.
Yeah, I might play something after this, but I don't know what yet. I might get.
Oh,
a
yeah.
snack
I'll
first.
probably jump into something.
Oh yeah, sounds good. I'm down.
All right, I'll be back in a minute.